What's up, everybody? We are back as the SpitFyre Podcast, and we are excited to be here with you all.
We don't look like it, but we are.
No, we really are. I promise we are. What's up? It's your fave, Akii.
Zai.
Robbiey.
And yeah, welcome to episode 8 of season 2 of SpitFyre, actually.
They're running together.
Listen, sometimes.
But that's a good thing. That's a good thing. Y'all keeping us busy.
And we are happy to be here. Like I said, we did take that little break, but we came back and we are giving y'all episodes, boom, 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 and a little extra stuff too. So hopefully y'all are enjoying it. So today we're going to have a fun episode, talk all things pop culture as well as, I guess, Twitter culture, considering,
We want to take a little bit more of a lighthearted approach just because we got a little heavy with the whole political thing last time. And then I'm pretty sure the other one wasn't too lighthearted, but we're having the fun. We wanted to have a little fun.
And, with these trying times that we are in.
Sometimes we need a prayer.
We really do, yes. And so with that, I guess we can go right into our check-in. Are there any books you're reading, shows, or movies you've watched recently, that you're living for? And why are you living for those?
No.
Okay.
The dramatic has paused to be like,
I was watching this one show called Good Behavior or something. I don't know what it was. Mm-hmm. It was on HBO Max. But then I was scrolling Twitter and saw that they passed that in the house. So I kind of just got pissed and I needed some funny shit. So I was just watching TikTok.
They passed what?
The Republican budget bill.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, they did pass.
With only one Republican saying no.
I mean,
we're in for a wild ride. I need to actually double check with
my job to see if I'm going to have one because that was kind of what we were waiting on.
Then they have to pass it in the House.
They have to pass it.
No, the Senate. They have to pass it in the Senate next, and then
Elon
they can get
in for Trump for the press conference. That's actually going to make my skin itch.
Once it passes, they can get 2025, Project 2025, really on the roll and gut every.
And when they do. Don't say shit to me about what are we going to do.
Please
figure it out. Figure it out.
Ask Kamala.
Don't ask
shit.
Leave her alone.
No. Actually, everybody who was trying to warn y'all, who was trying to tell y'all something, and people who have been actively protesting in the community, don't ask them for shit. Those who voted for that man, y'all.
Those who did not vote for anybody, you too.
You got it.
And you don't have a moral high ground against anybody because you were a single issue voter, by the way.
We're all gonna be indentured servants here shortly, and it's all because of you. So
we're all gonna buy the song.
Thank you.
Thank you.
But yeah, Good Behavior. I've been really trying to find new shows and movies, but something I don't know. They're not good. I thought when the writer's strike was over, it was gonna come back like boom. It's just not.
It's like that mixed with, I feel like a lot of folks don't market their television and their movies. I will tell you one thing. Apple has a great selection of shows.
They have the nasty
shows.
I never knew that. And they're so slept on.
Apple has some great shows,
Silo,
great movies. What is it? What's a couple
Westworld I really like.
You got the morning, is it the morning show or the morning report or something like that?
Yeah.
Is it the morning report?
Is it Ted Lasso on there too?
Yes, they
have some good ones.
They just released The Gorge. There was also, I believe, Companion.
Okay, so I'll get into the thing. I didn't love The Gorge.
I haven't watched it yet. I
said I was going to spoil it for you.
No, you're good. My friends asked me if I wanted to watch it, and I watched the trailer, and I was like, wow, this looks like it could be interesting. It's one of those movies I know I have to be in the mood for.
It literally, so me and Trent had a little movie date, and we watched it together, and by the end of it, we both were just like, meh. I'd give it a solid, for me, 6.5 out of 10, and that's being a little generous to me.
Okay.
But it was pleasant enough that I watched the whole thing. I didn't turn it off.
Mm-hmm. I wanted to watch the movie Companion. I've watched a couple of shows recently. Movies and shows. I guess as far as shows, I did start Shogun. I have been meaning to start that for so long. My only issue with that is No shade. I did not know it wasn't in English. Now, I have no issue with watching like foreign shows or anything like that.
But that's not what you went into thinking.
It's just not what I thought it was going to be. And so, like, when it comes to shows like that, I can't put on English dub. I have to do sub because when the words are not matching the mouth, it throws me off. So I'm like, okay, I can't watch it yet because I thought it was going to be one of those shows I could put on right before I'm like, when I'm getting ready for bed. Mm-hmm. I can't do that. So I'm like, okay, I got to
really be locked in or you're going to lose it. Yeah.
So I started the new Totally Spies. I'm not a fan of the new design element. Cartoon.
No, I love Totally Spies, but I'm like, you said new, and I'm like,
they got a new season 7.
It just
about
came out?
Yeah, it's on HBO Max. It's about them being a bit older. And they was like, wait, girl, can we still do this? And they can.
Sometimes when they bring like the new cartoons back,
it loses something for sure.
Yeah.
Keep it in the same animation style that it was back then, because this new animation style, while it might be a little clearer and crisper, it loses some of that.
Yeah. Like new easy. SpongeBob is literally
I'm like, is this you trying to do fucking live action type of shit?
I don't know. What were they calling, like single line or whatever? Apparently, it's a lot easier for them to do that rather than like do the old way where they like shade everything.
And they're literally like drawing each scene by scene by scene by
scene. It's
a
lot easier for them to do it that way, which is why they switched that. Which makes sense when you think about like the strike and everything that they were on, and they were still disrespected. Like their contract,
they're probably short staffed. They're probably overworked,
and so they're like, y'all got to get what y'all can get. But I wanted to watch Companion. That is a new one. However, I watched the trailer. If you're going to watch Companion, do not watch the trailer. Do not watch the fucking trailer. So sorry. I watched the trailer thinking it was going to be like, I was like, oh, okay, let me see what this is giving. I was so ready for it. I was like, I can't wait to watch this. Do you know they spoil the twist in the fucking trailer?
That's insane. And what's with a lot of these streaming services? I can't remember which one it is. I'm pretty sure it's Netflix. Might be Prime, that the trailers are always terrible. Like they're like, it's like they didn't even try to like make it enticing to actually watch a show. They're just like, we're just gonna put a bunch of clips together in any random order, and like if you fuck with it, you fuck with it. And it's like, well, why would you even do this?
It's honestly kind of horrible, but I feel like at this point, what can you do? So yeah,
read.
I mean, it might be ethnocentric of me to say this, but
ethnocentric, all right.
If a show or movie is in a different language and the words are not matching up, it doesn't matter if I do like subtitles or anything. I'm not watching it. It's something. It's.
But you said you don't like to read, so that makes more sense. Oh. I'm not saying it, but like you have to literally be engaged the entire time. You got to think like when you're doing it and it is not dubbed, it's literally reading it. It's reading it the entire time with a visual. With the visual. And that was truly no shade, but it's just like if you don't like reading the entire time, then it's like
you're an illiterate bitch. Why would you why would you watch that?
This man's mom was an English teacher. By no means is that the case at all. It's just we like what we like.
I get what you mean now.
Yeah. First of all, I don't ever watch anything with subtitles. I can't. Like when we will have movies on and that thing is on there, I said
I can't do it without.
It distracts me from what's going on the screen. Like I'll be paying attention to like the small stuff. The person in the back going like, who was that lady? Oh, it was Karen before she
was drunk. She was probably drunk then too.
In that new soap opera that they have.
Yeah, when she said,
yeah.
Y'all think she's gonna do the full like 2 years?
Huh? Y'all think she's gonna do the full 2 years?
I know. 6 months to a rehab facility.
She has money. I feel as though she should do the 2 full years.
She is black.
This is her 4th one. Here's my
DUI.
thing. When they said it was her 2nd DUI, I said
you already was going to throw the book.
I said, okay, you're gonna get some type of time because you're a reality star. This is your 2nd DUI. I said whether it be like probation or something. Then it went up to 3, and I was like, oh, this is your 3rd DUI. Finding out it's actually her 4th. Girl, you have been given chance after chance after chance. You're going to jail.
Yeah.
Do I think she should do the full 2? Yes. And the reason I think that is because,
I didn't disagree. I
think the only reason I think she should honestly do it is because, like, at some point there has to be some type of accountability.
Because when does she deserve jail time? When she hurt somebody?
Exactly. God forbid, I still do not know what it's like to lose a parent. Thank God. I don't know what it's like to lose a parent yet. However, girl, it's been going on 8 years. been 8 years, and you've quite literally used that for everything. Someone could say, "Oh, Karen, you kind of like punched me in my face and shot me with your gun." Well, I'm going through a lot, the loss of my parents, and it's like you
8
can't.
years?
It's been 8 years. Cause I'm pretty sure they passed like first. I think her father passed what, maybe the second season, and her mother her mother passed shortly after. So it's like they're about to go into season 10, and you still
isn't Karen like 60 or so?
Yeah, like you. I'm sorry, you old as hell. You know what right from wrong at this point. I know Charisse feels extremely vindicated. Shout out to Charisse.
Yeah. Charisse Pufferfish. Charisse.
Not too much on Charisse. Charisse was hilarious. Charisse
I actually loved Charisse. Actually, I still do. But she's a pufferfish. But I would just did suspended license. Not suspended license, like indefinite suspension of license.
Like take her license away, all the like revoke it.
I mean, you 60 anyways. You don't need to drive anyways. But
she can afford a chauffeur.
She actually had one. That's the thing. She's had a driver. That's why it's like at this point you're actively choosing to do the shit because you can afford a driver. You've had a driver. We all know about Blue Eyes. It's like they said 1 year will be suspended, so she's actually only going to have 1 year to serve.
What's Blue Eyes?
Oh, Blue Eyes is the man she was sleeping with.
No, cheating with. Allegedly.
Allegedly. The Streets of Potomac talk.
Her husband seemed very nice and helpful.
Her husband is old and decrepit.
That is true. It's true. I'm so sorry. I see why she wasn't sleeping with Ray. I'm
no age bias, but
that he did look like Uncle Ben.
Well,
but also, and with that,
I'm just criminal justice system. I just feel like black people deserve a slap on the wrist every now and again.
I mean, yeah, but she's had 3 before. Like,
she's had 3 slaps on the wrist.
Goddamn.
They need to.
I mean, again,
the next slap needs to be
it,
with handcuffs.
I just feel like at this point, the only way that she gonna stop is when she kills somebody or kills herself, and then the conversation is gonna be extremely different.
Why didn't they stop her sooner? Why wasn't I
just saying.
I don't wish for any black folk to go to jail.
She'll probably only do 6 months anyway.
6 months, and then probably get released on papers. No shade. As far as shows that I've been kind of getting into, I just started like literally today on Netflix, Cassandra. It's about like a old like 1950s smart house that ends up basically, I haven't gotten far enough into it to figure out exactly what's going on, but like what was that old school movie that was it's about a smart house? Oh, Smart House.
Great movie.
Yeah.
It was actually.
The persona of that is like, I guess, the previous owner's wife of there. And like, it almost is giving that they've somehow put her sentience into the robot because she's like currently jealous of the actual mom in the current house. And she's been like trying to take her out. Like she locked her in a closet one day. She's like, "I'm sorry, my little robot arms couldn't reach the potatoes." And she's like, "Oh, I got you, Samantha." Shoved that bitch in the closet, locked it, turned the thing, just start cutting bread for the next 3 hours. Knowing, girl used to have panic attacks as a kid in the car. So she's in there just crying and shaking and shit. And then
what type of robot is it?
Huh?
What type of robot is it?
Like one of those like animatronic like driver. It looks like a Kirby vacuum with a TV screen on top. And then when her husband came in and is just hearing all the screaming, she already didn't call the ambulance. She's like, "I just don't know what happened. She just started to freak out, and I called those people." It's really, I like a sci-fi. I like a kind of spooky ooky type of deal. Yeah. And then the other one that I got into recently was that I was gonna say The Gorge. It was decent. I generally don't get the premise. I don't understand it. It's like they're fighting some creatures in the gorge. How the creatures got there, why the creatures.
It's the gates of hell.
That's not what I got from it.
Is
that literally what it's supposed to be?
Yeah, it's supposed to. They're like, that's the gate to hell, and they're like, they have to make sure nothing gets out.
But when they go down there, it never gave hell. It gave like, this is a mystical place that's turning people into zombie monsters.
Oh.
Not like punishment or anything. And then they were able to get right back out of it. Like they were like, "Oh, no one's ever escaped it." And then they escaped it in 30 minutes. So I'm just like,
me.
Okay, well. You're like, it's an escape room.
Yeah, well, I have not watched this recently, but it was on my rewatch list because everybody know. Well, I don't know if most people know this. I do a Charm rewatch every year. At least once a year, I watch Charm.
Every year?
And then every year, child. And then I do Buffy like every 3 years. And I just want to say, rest in peace to my girl Michelle Trachtenberg. That really hurt me today.
That got me today.
That hurt me today. That is my girl. Okay, Robbie's lost. All right. So Michelle Trachtenberg is an actress. She played Dawn in Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Ice Princess.
She was Harriet and Harriet the Spy.
And Harriet Tubman.
Also, when we had the Halloween horror movie, the Christmas horror movie night, she was in Black Christmas. She was in the Black Christmas.
I did hear that.
She was the one who sadly met her fate. She was helping a drunk girl the entire night.
That movie came out recently though, didn't it?
No, that movie came out in 2006, 2007.
What am I thinking of? That's Black
Christmas. There's another Black Christmas that came out, but that was like 2019. That was totally different.
No, this is even more recent than that because it was Black something.
The fact that you had to do that is crazy. She's kind of an icon.
Of a certain era. I caught it only because I didn't go
she died.
They haven't released it yet. It's happened today.
I'm pretty sure. I think she recently. People were commenting on her appearance recently and dragging her, but she recently had a liver transplant.
And that's exactly what they gave because she was giving a little
struggle with alcohol-related issues.
Yeah,
but she was an alcoholic, cirrhosis of the liver.
Okay, bitch. Damn.
Again, rest in peace.
Rest in peace
Body
to
ain't
her.
cold.
It was no shade.
Mind you, he over here that we should give Karen a slap out of his. God damn. Well,
and then he over dead bitch.
Yeah, she had a liver transplant recently, and they were saying that they believe that it's complications from the transplant that did it. But
yeah, because the rate of rejection is actually fairly high, especially with that.
You have to take this, man. But rest in peace to my girl. I love you forever. You'll always be my Dawn.
And
my Melissa.
And to an icon, Miss Roberta Flack.
Yes,
that one gutted me.
That was very sad. But she lived a full life. I love that.
88's cute. 88's cute. It's longer than I want to live.
Hey. I don't sound trying to clock out
of here. A little morbid.
I'm so sorry.
Y'all know I'm a little
by
heavy,
82, low key, not gonna hold you.
I'm not gonna use the word. Come with me.
I heard you was looking for me.
Bitch, here I go.
Actually,
here's a gown. Come on.
All right.
Honestly,
padded room.
I would love to be died before I have to pay rent. Because you know how bad I'd be in the afterlife if it was the second. Oh, I could have gone on a little trip.
They would take your money though.
No,
they would take it.
What you mean?
We pay rent. Oh, can we have the rent back?
No,
just to help for the up.
No, sorry. That is ours.
But y'all got another 28 days to plan it there.
No, literally.
Lord have mercy.
But yeah, gotta love that. I guess we could move into new music. Tate McRae's album, I enjoyed a lot. She had some hits on there. The one,
I looked at the one that you posted about. Purple Bra, I liked.
Yeah, Purple Bra, I did like.
Revolving Doors, cute. I think honestly the video is what's pulling it for me. I tried to do that little leg thing, about killed myself.
I'm screaming.
Literally about killed myself.
I would say, let's see. Two Hands I always liked. Blood on My Hands with Flo Milli. Now that's a hit. Flo Milli 8. Yeah. I truly enjoyed that.
As she does.
I also enjoy It's Okay, I'm Okay.
I like
that's
that too.
Been a hit. Yeah. I enjoyed the album.
Yeah.
Shout out to Tate McRae.
I'm gonna have to give it a second listen because I definitely kind of I have a bad habit of when a new album things, I literally just listen to 30 seconds of each song and I'm just up next. Up, it didn't grab me. Up, it didn't grab me.
Oh yeah.
I said, but because I felt, remember how I wasn't really messing with Flo's album at first? I was I didn't see it. And then I gave it a deep listen. I was this is actually
those albums amazing.
Art.
That's
that gets regular replay now, but I was not seeing it at least for the first 3 weeks.
You better be ready for it.
I'll give it the first 30 seconds, then I skip to the middle, and then I skip to the end.
Because I feel
but these days the songs are not built like they used to be built, so I'm not gonna hear that bridge. I'm not gonna hear the vamp going on for a minute after, just full on ad libs afterwards. They don't do that no more. So when I do skip through, I'll be boom, okay, no, boom, okay, and boom. Oh, it's done. Okay.
And it doesn't matter what part you jump into a song, it's the same song all throughout.
And it's especially when the music is not of a certain caliber to me, even listening to them 1 minute and 58 seconds is unbearable.
Mm-hmm. And songs like standardly being under 2 minutes is also something that's really starting to bother me. It's
like 4 minutes and 36 seconds should be the.
Well, no.
I think so.
I think
that's why
song
your
can't be
album
Virgo's
shouldn't
Groove.
be like 20 songs.
I mean, yeah.
Of 4 minutes each?
No, I said it should not be 20 songs of 1
I
minute
thought you
and
said 20
58 seconds.
Got you.
I feel like it's kind of a
Talking to you, Chris Brown.
It's kind of a
That been a Love Along album. I hate it.
It's kind of a toss up for me with that because, like, yes, I do wish songs were longer, but I feel like Flo does a great job of having like the songs that are meant to be short are short, cute. You get that, and the songs that are meant to be long, they are long, and I feel like that's how it should be. Because I feel like there are sometimes when there is a song that is like 4 minutes, and honestly, it could have been cut off at like 2 minutes 50 seconds. To be honest,
I always want to pick artist's brain to see like why they cut things off or like extend things out. Like I would love to see Beyonce's like rationale of why Desert Eagle is as short as it is. But then again, like you have a Virgo's Groove that is going on 7+ minutes. Like granted, she stacked that song so nicely that like I don't even realize 7 minutes on there until I realized 4.
Yeah, because I was plastic off the show for so long. Like, girl, you could have kept that. I'm so serious.
And I still
Desert Eagle was a
do
filler
not
song.
like that song.
A filler song? What do you mean?
Was a filler?
A filler.
Like just in the
it was just a transitional song.
Yeah.
It wasn't like a song.
Oh, okay.
So
I
was
wish it was.
Louisiana.
Tears?
No. That one too.
Yeah.
And Louisiana.
Drake's album, Drake's and Party Next Door album.
I haven't listened to it.
It's actually cute. I'm so sorry. Nokia is a hit. I'm so sorry. And this was my thing with Drake when the whole Kendrick thing was going down. At the end of the day, you're still fucking Drake. Like, you're like, at the end of the day, I still got hits.
The check still clears, I would have said.
Like, the records that you are breaking are records that I set, and guess what? I'm just going to break them again. Well,
no,
maybe not now. Did he have a chance to break him again? Had the beef not got as bad? Yes, but then you started suing, doing little weak shit. Now niggas look like you funny. But I mean, again, Nokia is a hit. It's fun.
That's the only song I've actually listened to. I did the same thing. I did a quick scan. Didn't get through 3 songs. I wasn't pulled into it for some reason. But then again, I'm not a huge. I haven't really been a huge Drake fan since probably latest Scorpion. But really, like Take Care. Take Care was like the last, like when I was like really heavily invested into him.
What was the last one for me? I think the last one for me was the one that was a Scorpio. Now it was the one with Teenage Dream. If you it's sampled Jennifer Lopez song. Oh my god, what album is that? I can't remember that.
I feel like if that's not Take Care, that's directly after Take Care.
No. This one came. It was before
Passion or Passion Fruit or
that one was on. I believe that was on there. That was on there. I just can't remember the name of that album, but I did enjoy that album. Yeah.
Is he a rapper or singer?
Both. Or someone said so. A lot of people like Drake's not a rapper. He's just he's a pop star. Drake is not hip hop. He's this. I kind of feel like I'm at a place. Me personally, when I look at music, like it's really like who gives a shit. I feel like if his main lane is sort of like that hip hop R&B vibe, if he's gonna rap and sing, if he calls himself a rapper, he calls himself. If he calls himself a singer, he's calling himself a singer. Yeah. Like I feel like people try to be like. Don't get me wrong. I know there's like a certain level of like certain respect and things like that. But like for instance, when I look at someone that's like a Little Uzi or Playboy Cardi, like I see them like they do hip hop, all hip hop, whatever the case may be, all rap, whatever the case may be. Like that's their lane.
Even if they do like 3 or 4 pop hits, it's like their main thing is
But then I would see people be like, oh, they not know real rappers. That's not real hip hop, and it's like there are different subgenres within the genre,
and it's subjective at the same time too. Now, I mean, again, as long as we don't go completely off the rails, like Taylor Swift riled one rap song and we're being like, oh, Taylor Swift raps now.
No.
Okay, now she rapped on a song.
Miley. I like the bangers era though.
She can do no wrong. She can do no wrong.
I can't wait for this new album, Miley. I can't wait.
When? What happened?
Miley has done wrong a couple times.
What she do?
In terms of some of her music and her vocals. That I would say.
I was gonna thought you talking about like just personally, like in
Right.
Personally,
I was
that
said, okay, I see ya.
That's, well, my biggest issue with Molly was after the Bangers era, like
basically being like, I don't want to do that hood shit anymore.
And she always talks shit about hip hop and rap and this and that.
You hated Bangers?
But it's like you talk shit about it, but then anytime you need a hit, you kind of run to it. No shade.
It had some deep cuts in there. It got me through high school. I liked it.
I enjoyed it. I did enjoy it.
I used to blast that going to school.
It was fun. It was fun. Nicki has a single.
It's not released on streaming yet, but she put it on YouTube. It's something about being a Trini.
Oh,
Trini. Trini. T-R-I-N-I. T-R-I-N-I.
Sorry,
I'll pronounce it. Trinidadian and woman. He's like on
in 2025. I have not listened to, honestly. I think the last thing I attempted to listen to Nicki with was the Pink Friday 2 album, and that shit sucked. I'm so sorry.
Wow.
That shit sucked. She had a couple good songs in there. I always said my biggest issue was
it wasn't cohesive at all.
It wasn't, and like no shade, like J. Cole has always been my favorite rapper. I think people know that. And there was once a time when I was a big fan of Nicki. I think most folks know that. Double homicide. But I feel like I always wanted to collab with them. Like with those two, I've wanted them to collab. And then when they finally
that could have been so much better. But I liked it.
Who?
J. Cole and Nicki. When they finally collab, I'm like, okay, yeah, she about to do her big one. She got on that track and sang. And I said, shut the hell up. I was, like a piano.
I haven't listened to whatever song it is. I heard like the snippet that she had posted talking about like, hey, should be on streaming soon. And again, I just didn't. She lost me in a lot of ways. I'm really not gonna hold you. Like, and again, whack me if y'all want or whatever. But I just don't. I'm not taking anything away from her. I'm really not even going to get into like my exact reasons why I kind of was just like, hey, you got it. But I just don't see it for a lot of her music. Like when she comes out with like, okay, if she has an abracadabra moment here soon, you might see me. Because I'm like, again, like if she brought out like Roman in a new vamp sense that was like really organic and like just really came out with like hit. Mm-hmm. You won't hear anything from me. But my problem is that the music lately has not been able to just speak for itself. And it's just not.
That's my favorite.
Just quite literally get in the booth. But I am thankful. She's been quiet recently. So I'll take that.
And that's the thing. Like I give Tens of Tens a dude. Like Fuck the Club Up was a good song. I liked Fuck the Club Up. That was a fun song. But then she released the remix with, who was it? Sexy Red and Chris Brown and something. And I was like, who the fuck asked for that?
I hate when the features don't make sense.
Like, that's the thing. It'd be like...
That was like when the Chloe and Halle put all them female rappers on the Do It remix, and they literally was all fighting for 30 seconds each. And I'm like, well, you have 9 people on a 2-minute song.
My favorite thing about that night, I'll never forget when it was released. And Carisha was like, maybe it got to grow on y'all. I don't know. Like, that shit took me out.
Because it was so bad.
There's not many my chick bad, my chick good type of moments no more.
Sadly.
Unfortunately.
And then Coco Jones released her new song featuring Zachary Campbell.
God.
Featuring who?
Zachary Campbell.
Shut up.
With a taste. That's all I hear.
That.
You had your hands deep in my girl nachos. But I mean, hey, like I said, I can't be mad because my girl won't eat her own nachos.
Chips. This wasn't even nachos, corn chips.
Like, you want to be, my girl wanted to eat them.
Something about the voice is
the name Jesus.
Something.
You've said that before that you don't really like.
She has.
It sounds like it's coming from the back of the throat, very closed off, very.
Because it is.
Yes.
Because it is.
She has like a low palate when she sings.
It gives very much candy sometimes. I'm not gonna hold you.
You're not wrong.
But and the thing is, I actually like. Even with saying that, I still enjoy Coco's tone, and
she's an amazing tone.
I enjoy her tone, and I enjoy, I think, most of her music because I like to sweep it up and
And I love women that sing in a lower register too, like again, a Tony,
contraltos.
Like, yes, I love it.
this song while I don't think the song is bad, I think the song is kind of okay. Like I can listen to the song.
Sample is what
the sample is like
it was a horrible use of it.
Horrible. And I feel like
it wasn't even the horrible use of it. It was the place of it, and then it was the
what a child.
It was right up
under the note.
It just sounded like it was right up underneath the note. Like
it sounded like the note was bent.
I think
she should have sung it in her low range.
I feel that. I think another issue that I didn't like about it is I feel like Coco and a couple others that.
Who what?
She is not a sex siren.
She's not a sex. Does Coco Jones have sex appeal? Yes. Is she sexy? Yes. Is she kind of, in my opinion, I think she's sexy. I think she's attractive. I think she has sex appeal. Mm-hmm. And it's kind of, I think she does have natural sex appeal too, but it seemed like she was trying to lean into it too much and it came off as very unnatural.
There's somebody I'm thinking of that like,
there's different sex appeals though.
She to me has a similar sex appeal of Brandy.
Like when Brandy was doing the aphrodisiac video and she was dancing, and I was like, "The fuck is you doing?"
See, there's sex appeal, and then there's like video vixen, sex siren, sex appeal,
and she just
don't have it,
and that's okay.
And that's okay because
Normani does
exactly. Hey, yeah.
She can definitely.
Normani does.
She can definitely do. Because what was the one video that I was like, oh,
probably Wild Side Hell.
Is that when she got the one little leg like that?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And they said then she was bent over the table. I said, Lord Jesus. Like, I feel like a lot, like some girls have it. Like you said, Normani does. I think Renee from Flow has it too. It's natural. She kind of gives
Renee's
it. Like,
hers, she just oozes.
That's like, one person I would never want to get into a mug battle with. I'm not winning. I'm not winning, Sally. Renee,
the dark skin one.
Dark skin girl. Like she has it. Coco don't necessarily have it, and it's not because she don't have it.
Even Ryan Destiny has it a bit.
Ryan Destiny has always been very much natural.
You see her new campaign?
Yes, I've been following Ryan Destiny since she was on Star. I love that girl. I want her to win, but I just didn't like it, and also I just feel like Coco, you do a great job with samples to the point where like she doesn't rely on a sample to carry the song, and I felt like with this song she was relying on a sample to carry the song, and it didn't.
And I think that's what disappoints me the most is like it's such an iconic sample. Like it is. You really needed to go. Yeah, like she pulled Britney out of her right mind to be able to get that cleared. Like I just and to not do justice,
with a taste. But I will say, damn, I ain't got nothing else good to say.
I guess you won't say.
I won't say. She tried.
She did.
She tried.
And again, I'm always going to root for the black woman.
And I love that you were.
Dust yourself off and try again.
You were exploring. You were trying new things. You should do that. This is your debut album. Do what you got to do.
We all got to figure it out.
It's gonna happen for you. Will I be listening to the album? Possibly, but
we will not. All be buying
I'll
it.
listen to it. I'll listen to it.
What was y'all think of Doja's little pop out in that in Lisa's video with Ray? I liked it because I like Ray and Doja.
I liked it because I like Ray, Doja, and I like Lisa. And when she announced that album and I saw she had Future on there, I said, "Oh, Lisa, you finally did it."
Oh, Lisa?
Lisa, she put Future on her album. I said she's always been like the main rapper of Blackpink. She's the one that they always put in braids and made a little bit ghetto. And we was like, "Girl, what the fuck are y'all doing? Like, stop!" But I will say I've always enjoyed Lisa. Like she dances her ass off and performs her ass off. So I like her. I'm excited. Doja and I can't wait for Doja to drop another project.
Yes, and I love the direction that she said it's gonna go. I'm very excited for her. I'm loving the moment that Doechie's having right now.
Yes.
I'm just we really need to stop. Not we, because I'm not included in this. Those of you that are saying this whole like industry planner, like she's being forced on y'all, like Doechii has been grinding for a minute.
They do that about everyone.
Everyone that gets popular, and it seems like it's like, what do y'all want to happen? It's like they're finally catching the stride that they should have got. Is that not the goal? Are they not supposed to go mainstream? Is it like too much all at once? Did you want it to be staggered out? Like, and why?
No, it's just kind of weird because like they did the same with and I always said they did the same with her. Like they were like, oh, she's an industry player. She's this, that, yeah. But y'all have to realize this girl was quite literally a protege.
Baby.
Like she's like a protege. Like that girl was. Iconic.
Yes.
She's been playing the piano for how long? She's like Franklin from My Wife and Kids, low key.
Chloe, same thing.
You know, and she stayed in the music industry and she did her thing. Y'all can call her an industry play. Who is listening to her album for her to be winning these Grammys? Me. Did you hear that first project she released? Like,
yeah.
I'm sorry, her cover of Jungle by Drake. Here's the original.
That's the word.
She's good. Like, there's a reason she has that Oscar.
Yes.
And we should be celebrating that. So,
instead of questioning why it's happening. Like,
you know, it's kind of weird.
Because I always want to ask them, like, who do you think should be it then? Like if not them, who?
No, that's the one. If not this one, then who?
Yeah.
And say somebody that makes sense. And if you, I ain't gonna say that.
Well, you gotta ball your mouth. Like,
I'm not even gonna say it because it's gonna cause problems. But I be wanting them to say folks that make sense, and they never do.
They never do.
They always say Tinashe, and I'd be like, "Oh well, you lost already. I'm so sorry."
Like the Billie Eilish, Beyonce debacle. I'm like, just be serious for 5 minutes.
Which, like, I understand why Billie would be upset, but Billie's also not too upset because Billie got 2 fucking Oscars. Like, she is good
out the gate off her like debut project.
She got 2 Oscars. She has Grammys. Like, did she win Album of the Year? No. But neither did Beyonce for 7 albums.
But that doesn't change the fact
she
that
got time.
And that doesn't change the fact that I still think that this probably was her best album so far.
I'll get her.
Yeah. Like, it can still be a great album and still not win Album of the Year. It's all about when it's released.
Hell, y'all saw what happened to Anti.
Did it not win Album of the Year?
It didn't win a damn thing.
And still her most played album to this day. Still getting streams. Not for me, but
yeah, it's a fun time.
It's a fun time. You know. Well, we're going to dive right into our Twitter debates. We've been seeing a few hot topics that have been on the timelines recently, and we thought we'd just dissect a couple and see what you gentlemen think on said topics.
Yeah, Robbie, what do you think?
The husband ought situation.
Yeah, elaborate a bit on that.
Well, basically, they were saying that you are not husband material, boyfriend material if you have an alt Twitter
or a freak page,
or just on your own page doing
thirst traps or whatever
freaking things. Yeah. I will always say this: y'all love to virtue signal. Y'all love to virtue signal.
Say that, because.
And I'm telling you, the people that you looking down on, the niggas that you want, they have no issue with it. I promise you, they have no issue with it.
Sometimes it's preference. Like someone tweeted the other day, and I think I retweeted it. I like my hoe with a little mileage on it. I'm not gonna hold you. Come to me well practiced. Come to me with minimum 10 bodies. Minimum. And that's being generous, because next thing I'm gonna ask is like, how old are you? Like, you could be 30 with 10 bodies? I don't know.
They could be 16 with 10 bodies.
Who?
16 with 10 bodies.
Jeez, I pray not.
I just like emphasis.
Well, I guess if it's with other 16-year-olds, that's fine.
I feel like that whole conversation
almost never
is overrated. Like, it's just
now that's dark. That's low.
Because it's like the whole conversation here is dumb because like y'all gonna move the goalposts every time.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have an all Twitter, but they're posting thirst traps. Mm-hmm. They're not posting thirst traps, but they posted a picture of them in a bikini or in a swimsuit when they were at the beach or something. Or like, whatever the case may be, like, y'all gonna constantly move the goalposts. That was one thing I'm like, whatever. 2, y'all, it's always the single people saying this. Y'all always saying it, and then the people who have the alt pages, who post the thirst traps, X, Y, Z, they always
pop up with a new man every 6 months at least.
They be in a relationship. Y'all still not in a relationship. Y'all are still crying. And 3rd, some of the folks like retweeting it and talking about it and kiki in the comments. I'm like,
we see you too.
I'm like, I know that ain't who I think it is. Because
like, be the one, the ones that be gagging me liking and tweeting is the ones y'all don't think you do know we found your alt account. We like, no one's dragging you about it because we don't care. We don't care. But like for you to then be like, oh yeah, that's crazy. Like, yeah, whores. And it's like
you do that, or like the ones who are doing it, and maybe they don't have an alt account, but they are still posting
or jacking off to it at least,
like, you know, or like they're still posting thirst traps and stuff on their regular account, and it's like, well, what's the difference? And then I'm glad you brought that up, and I always say this. I find it so weird that y'all be like, oh, he got an alt, or she got an alt. Oh no, she got an OnlyFans. He got an OnlyFans. Y'all say that shit, but then y'all beat y'all dick to it. It's like, How you shaming them for something that's getting you off?
They get a monthly installment from you every month consistently because you like their content. And there's nothing wrong with that. Now,
would I want to be in a relationship with somebody who does that? No, absolutely not.
And that's your prerogative.
But you doing that does not bother me or make me want to go tweet, oh my gosh, y'all are some whores. Y'all doing horse behavior. We're all whores. We've all been there. Girl.
I ain't no whore. Like,
well,
I guess he speak French. Like, that's crazy.
Oui, bonjour.
These are virgins. I forgot. I totally forgot.
I'm saying.
But no, it's like, it's virtue signaling. It's also kind of just like, the people who say that, they'll be like, oh, y'all talk about, y'all bricked up every morning. Y'all do this. Oh, y'all always tweeting this. You always doing this, da-da-da. Or posting this or showing your hole or whatever the case may be. And I'm sitting here like looking like, but didn't you yesterday say you need your throat stretched? I'm not really understanding because you said it and didn't show it or like
alluded to it or like
it's the same thirst trap type of thing.
Is it because you posted it on your close friends on Instagram and not on Twitter?
It's the same type of thirst trap.
Oh, because it's like, or like, yeah, and it's like how you said is it like, oh, my throat bored. It's about the same as them saying I want to suck dick. It quite literally is the same thing.
It's the same. It is the same.
No, y'all kind of annoying. I'm so sorry. And again, I feel like the people who have, like, I'm not saying you should not have standards for yourself in terms of dating and things of that nature, but I just noted that the people who are the most vocal about certain things and who are constantly shaming the folks who do certain things, those ones I've noticed, y'all are always single and miserable.
And it's always a game of identity politics. Like,
quite literally.
It is from such a disenfranchised, marginalized group continuing to other folk within that same community. It never makes sense. And it never, like, you're not smart. You're not smart.
At all.
And I mean, for me personally, I'm probably about to completely contradict myself. I generally don't. I am the same. I personally, like, I'm the same person that, like, if we talking, like, I may want to see a sex tape or two or like a little exchange. Like, I'm that same person where it's just like, no.
And see, I don't mind that.
No,
in the very beginning. Now, if we 2 months in, but if
if at that point we need to be making our own, like,
okay, boom, bam, thank you, ma'am.
No, yeah, I agree, and I just feel like that people, essentially, like the ones who keep saying it, like,
it's virtue signaling, plain and simple, and it's so tired and it's so lame. That's the same way y'all be talking about something. I could never be in an open relationship. I can never be in a poly relationship.
You're never in a relationship.
End quote. Or my favorite, like, no shade, and I shouldn't say favorite because it's kind of terrible, but like, y'all be tweeting all kinds of things like that, and then couple weeks or something come out or whatever, y'all be tweeting about y'all man, like, oh, I would never do that. That's just disrespectful to my man, and I would never do that. And this is disrespectful to my man. Da-da-da.
Your man doing it.
And who did your man get found with? The whore?
That, and then also the fact, like, that, and then they all say that, but then, like, next thing you know, you see a post about, like, how their partner has been beating their ass or has been extremely emotional or physical, verbally abusive, and you're like, you was just getting on this person for
stealing my money for the last 3 months.
Like,
and it's like,
this person been minding their business, and you've been shaming them all while old boy is putting you through the fucking ringer behind the scenes. But you're portraying to Twitter that, oh, because I'm so upstanding and I've never posted a shirtless picture, this is why I have a king or I have a queen, and this is why they're never gonna leave me.
Nobody cares.
They low key slap you upside the head.
Meanwhile, that man got your car running around during the day, and the reason why you have this much time to be posting is because you're stuck at home. So
he late picking you up from work.
That's the same way every time somebody, I have a job, I have a car, I have a place to stay, I have my own money, I got good ass. I did it. How am I single? Because you're not a good person. No one wants to be with you.
I've never heard nobody say that, and actually, like, giving Yelp reviews on your own booch is insane to me. Like,
Yelp reviews is crazy.
Like, people who have to say that, and that is their resume. I have a job, I have a car, I have this, I have that. behind and in between all those lines, I'm a horrible communicator. I'm childish. I'm immature, emotionally intelligent, emotionally inept. Yeah. I'm a liar. I do this. That's what in between them lines is. Theft, but you think because I make $120,000, y'all should.
Where's the niggas?
Where? Come to me. Yeah. When they do come to you, you're ignorant.
And honestly, a big thing
stupid.
Too. Ignorant when they're approaching it from the thing is like the entitlement that you feel that because you are checking off these arbitrary boxes that you are entitled to a man. You don't have to like work on personal development or being a good person or being smart, being educated, like just different things like you think it ends at, and that's the big issue too, talking about if they're whether or not they're husband material or they're cuffable or they're deserve to be in a relationship. It's like, what'd you say?
Are you? Because I mean, clearly,
it's like because it's like you guys are not good people, and good people deserve to be in relationships. Like the same way y'all are tearing apart these people. It's like, why would someone want to make you a partner when
you're horrible?
I was about to out somebody. Lord, it's not. There. It's really bad to be shaming folk and not being able to sweep around your own doorstep in that same regard. I think it's just. It doesn't behoove you. It just really doesn't.
Some of y'all have been taught that
we teach little girls to.
It's literally that because y'all do kind of.
Y'all are in competition.
It's not even constantly. Well, it could be competition. Yes,
even subconsciously.
It could also be as someone who's done it before, trying to prove your worth and thinking that okay, I have this. I treat this. I do this. Mm-hmm. Now, whoever comes into my life, they're going to treat me well because I'm going to treat them well. It's like it could be the entire package.
And
cream of the crop.
A man will treat you like
how he wants to.
Yeah. And the next person that has significant, and I think a big thing that whacks a couple people is they internalize.
Say it.
They internalize the fact of just like, oh, I feel that X, Y, and Z man that I want should want me as well. For whatever reason they don't want me, how dare they want somebody that I deem lesser? That'd be what's
whacking.
They're not even upset the fact that the other person don't want to. They're the fact that like, how dare you have what I want and can't have.
Which is always it's always so
unpack
funny.
That, babes.
It's like unpack that. Like,
and trust me, niggas will want. Never mind.
I mean, it's true though. It's true. Like
sometimes they do.
Sometimes they do.
Sometimes they do want someone who
strokes that ego a bit.
Strokes that ego, who they don't have to compete with because men's ego usually competes with it. So they don't want you to be completely independent without them. They need you to depend on them for something, whether it's housing, whether it's money, whether it's this, whether it's that. They need you to depend on them somehow
because that's what they tie their worth to.
Boom. And if you like with somebody who literally be like, I don't need you for anything, but what I do need you for, you lack emotional intelligence, romance, this, that, the third, not cheating, not lying, not manipulating.
And they think enough gifts or enough, putting you out this way, paying this bill, paying that bill will like supersede or supplement that. And it's not a scale. It's like if
it'll work for a bitch you ain't got shit.
Huh?
It'll work for a bitch you ain't got shit or never had. But
yeah, or just again, like you said, that those things matter to you. Like it's
only for
only for a while.
Only for a while, honey.
Yeah. Because they do get bored out. And again, the goalpost is going to continue to move. $5,000, when that becomes now the standard, you want to maintain it. It's going to have to increase over time. And why would you even want to put yourself in a position where you're going to have to maintain that and continue that cycle of just like, I got to give more and more.
Cycle.
Yeah. More. Yes. And this person, I don't know, I would feel very yucky if I knew like, if I don't keep cutting this nigga this check, they going to leave me.
That was true.
That would suck for me. That they see me nothing more than a meal ticket.
It's insane. That's why I said, like, to the great husband whisperer out there that made the tweet, it's like, where is yours? Oh no, because like the person that made the tweet, I was like, of course, me being who I am, I'm gonna search a profile. But I'm like, let's see. And I searched. You've been tweeting about wanting a man for so many years, and it's just like, well, since you're talking about what makes somebody husband material, where is yours at? Oh, you ain't got one. That's crazy because the person you shaming over there, they're quite literally about to get married, or they've been married for X amount of years, or they've been together, or they just got out of a relationship and they're decided to live and thrive a little bit.
And is that not even more of a gut punch to you? The fact that you spent 3 years with this person and they still didn't see the value in you of making you a lifetime partner, but it only took them 3 months with this next person?
Exactly.
Insert Cassie. Like,
hey.
Sometimes that has nothing to do with you, though.
Sometimes it has nothing to do with you. Sometimes
they're just horrible people.
Well, sometimes it has nothing to do with you, but I feel like to those who have wicked spirits.
Sometimes it does too.
But to those who have wicked spirits.
It does. It absolutely has to do with you. And then sometimes also, all that glitters isn't go. It's like, okay, so they're married. I'd be sorry.
They're married, but they're
at what cost? At what cost?
You don't know the person is getting treated just like you did.
Exactly.
If not worse. And if anything, they're locked in now because divorce is expensive, or they have assets mixed together, or any number of things.
Appearances, which most of y'all do. I'm so sorry. Like I'm so sick of people. I'm so sick of people like this. I keep seeing the same people talk shit on Twitter about certain things, and I'm like, the world knows your tea. No shade. Like
honestly, you should be quiet.
Like you better lay low. Like there are some people who like. I'm like so thankful that I'm out of my trolling phase because there are a lot of people who like I feel like who try to shade me or whatever, and I'm for the most part now on Twitter I pay a dust because I'm like you can't beat my ass in real life. So, and honestly, but also because I'm like I could say this and post this on a timeline and I can really blow some shit up.
Yeah.
But as Whitney Houston said, I'm a lady and I have class. So I'm not gonna do that. Like I'm not gonna do that. I'm like, you know what? You got it. Because eventually, and it always happens, the truth comes out, and then you be on Twitter, oh, woe is me, and I be somewhere like, well,
oh, I like the tweet.
Bookmark.
Well, how do you currently feel about the OnlyFans era? Is it an oversaturation? Is it 100%. Just fine? Is people too freaked out about it, making them too freaked out in general?
I definitely feel like OnlyFans is definitely oversaturated the fact of like there's only so many profiles that you can subscribe to. I mean, don't get me wrong, there's a niche for everybody and there's a market for everybody. But like the main consensus is like we got enough big dicks and fat asses on the timeline. Like it's enough. I just do feel that like it's a little I don't know. I'm torn because I recognize in a capitalistic society, people need to do what they need to do to survive. People need to do what take the path of least resistance. There's a lot of people with 4-year degrees that still can't own a home, are still paycheck to paycheck. And I am not going to turn a blind eye to that. Like sex work is legit work.
And they deserve a union.
I could not be getting fucked the way that y'all be getting fucked as often as y'all getting fucked. I don't care what the check is for. It literally would deplete me. But that's me.
You can be a solo creator.
What'd you say?
A solo creator.
No, even that, if I had to just turn the camera on every time I decide to have my own like happy fun time, I would be so irritated. Because I'll be honest with you, a few of the nuts I done bust in my own company, I look crazy. Hair, all do-rag half off my head. I've been like just a t-shirt. And don't nobody want to see that. Don't nobody want to see that. Now I wonder about lighting and that it's in complete darkness too. Like, no.
He's like, I'm trying to be in the moment.
Right. I just wanted to go to bed real quick. That's it. That's all. And then y'all talking about like, I can't imagine me being like, oh, well, shit, I should probably record this, have a little content. No, the content we have to get for this podcast alone, I'd literally just be like, listen, oh God, like I can't imagine. We got to go to studio again.
Listen, is there oversaturation of it? Yes. I do think that. I think there's an oversaturation of it. However, I'm not gonna knock nobody's hustle. If you feel that you can make a quick buck from doing it, hey, do your thing. I feel like some of y'all don't necessarily realize that you can't make a quick buck for it. But hey, again, do your thing.
Market research will go a long way for a lot of you.
Hey, I think my only issue currently with OnlyFans is or like the use of it. And again, I support everybody. I support everybody's choice. I think that is a serious job. Again, I said it deserves a union. However, I'm seeing a lot of like younger and younger folks like joining and getting it at like 18,
right off the presses.
Like right off the press. And I'm like, and I saw someone make a joke like, damn, did you even try first? And it's like,
apply to jobs?
And no key, like it gives like no shade. Like it kind of gives that. Now some people, to some people, they like, hey, this is all I got right now. Like, or like it's supplementing something else. Like you got to do.
I see a lot of college kids doing it at the same time. Like,
But I also know that there are a lot of people who do it because it's fast money and because it will get them to where they feel like, oh, now I can go buy this design or I
feel like it's like repackaged drug dealing. No shade.
Yeah.
It's significantly less harmful.
But it's like I feel it to an extent.
Damn.
I just feel like
PrEP.
Hey, do your thing. But I feel like that a lot of y'all truly should as I always say to anybody who is thinking about doing anything like that, you really, really need to take the time to sort of figure everything out and see like, is this what I actually want to do?
Unpack the why outside of just the money.
Yeah. Like, am I comfortable doing this? Would I be okay if something leaked and this got out to X amount of people? Would I be okay? Because I've seen people who have literally lost their jobs, not because their managers found their account or because somebody found, or because like a coworker found their account, but because somebody decided that they wanted to hate and they would go and find, oh, this is where you work back and send everything just to get you fired.
Y'all remember that whole Chino Black? I was at that whole Chino Black situation. Like, that man decided to wanting to leave and that's why you get some of these older porn stars go completely ghost. We don't know where the hell
and then pop back up.
Yeah, out of the blue, if they feel like it. Who's the one man that God? I'm gonna say God rest his soul, but like God rest his content.
Dominic
XL. That you know exactly what I'm talking about.
And you see, he cussed out old boy.
He did. He
Somebody came back though.
Kid did.
He did. The dude that Oh, Dominic Santos, I think.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. No,
he came back.
He did.
I said, where were you? Oh, okay.
I said, you're back.
Okay,
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
And he was like, I was doing that when I was in college. Yada yada yada. Well, how old are you?
Hey,
I used to get him and XL mixed up sometimes, but
I get it. We need to see together.
Point being is the fact that like, yeah, they're
yes,
but
yes, that's the collab we need.
Who?
XL and Dominic.
Oh, no. I thought they did collab before. Yeah, they
collabed.
did.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they did.
There's like 2 or 3
I'm
of them.
pretty sure they did. So I'm gonna have to look for that.
Hey, I have nothing.
If we
to
still
do
had My
tonight.
Vista, it'd just be a couple clicks away.
I'll never forget Pornhub. Oof.
Pornhub was always too hard for me to navigate.
I didn't mind Pornhub, but then it was like when I
I
started
knew the right words, the right filters, the boom, boom, boom.
The categories.
But I will
BBC
say,
Hung, BBC Ebony, BBC.
When you realize why Pornhub started going under, you like, I can't get it.
Oh, because of the
government?
Huh?
Oh.
Because the
underage thing?
The underage thing, yeah.
That's another thing with the OnlyFans. That's the big problem that I have. Usually, I don't really have a problem with OnlyFans at all. I don't think people are too freaked out. Men are in general, in my opinion,
I don't think people are too freaked out because I feel like that's
a little hypersexual. It does give me the ick sometimes.
There's a couple of my followers that like I'm like
back in my prime day. If you jump in my DMs, hey, come over here and let me sit on your I'll be there. Now you say that, I'll be like, the fuck is
be a lady, like
block.
Yeah.
But there's a certain place and time in people's lives and the ages where that behavior or that type of thing
usually
makes
before
sense.
that frontal lobe fully forms.
Yeah.
It's when you are like 40, still as horned as you were as a teenager. It's kind of like, and you've been doing this for 20 years. I mean, no judgment, but you doing that, but then also complaining like it's that. But what I was about to say is there's one content creator who.
The one that's old as the hill is long?
No.
Oh, wow. Really
to me, it gives a little bit of you're doing it on purpose, or people who you are collabing with are asking you to do this, but the draws that he be having on give me kitty like it.
He's marketing towards like
he's a young boy.
And that's definitely the appeal of a lot.
And it's kind of like,
But
and I'm like, because we've seen that cycle repeat itself
time and time again. Newcomer on the scene, and within a year, every major established top or bottom, depending on the circumstance, has tried to collab with them, and it kind of just gives us like, damn, like,
let the boy breathe.
Mind you, the boy is cute as hell, but I can't watch the content because
we're getting to that age where they look young.
I could see like, the Cheeto draws, the Ethicas, all that stuff, the cereal, the whatever ugly shit. But
Fruit Loop panties, like
right. But his just
it gives like monster trucks. And,
it just gives
like really kid like.
Yeah,
it gives like very colory.
I get you.
And I'll be looking like, this is
like, who's your market?
This is concerning.
Yeah,
this is concerning.
And that's why I said I feel like a lot of folks are starting way too young. I feel like, honestly, you should not be able to start an OnlyFans or anything until you are at least 21. I'm so sorry. Like, I feel, I'm not.
The arbitrary age of just being like, 18 as an adult, I feel like.
I just, and while like, I know that's probably like, well, you can't tell people what to do, but I just kind of feel like until you're...
There has to be a standard,
because in some states, you can't watch porn unless you're 21.
But again, like I said, like, going back to the mile marker always constantly moving, there was a point at one point to where, like, again, somebody's like, oh, she's 12? That's childbearing age. Like, we would look like that's insane now because we're like, there's so many other like layers and nuances to where that's not appropriate. And why...
I would rather them do like
or just do
OnlyFans than
sex work,
being found dead underneath a
that too. I get that.
Bed.
That too. Just do solo content though.
I mean,
it's much safer, but it's.
If we're going to that extreme of like the lesser two evils, like in the safety of your own bedroom with consenting adults that you was established with, do that versus again tricking.
Unless you got that one Malik nigga who like to shoot people.
Oof.
Stab, drug.
Then you in trouble.
He scares me.
Tina, I would never.
Pussy. I'm like,
I would never. Same way with them, the one boys who be crowning people.
The Philly boys.
Well, that I would never do that either. I'm sorry. I love a Benji set. That looks disgusting. It look nasty.
I was like, that been the same black blanket on that bed.
You ain't never seen the Philly boys? They be in the house. Tear that dingy ass bed.
And like I said, it's the same black comforter week after week after week.
But some people like that though. Like they like the banginess of it. They like to be under the tutelage of just.
It makes them feel real.
Let's get fucked in the trap house. It's like
And it's like
why?
Oof. I remember that scandal where they was giving everybody was it gonorrhea or syphilis, something.
Yeah, and one of them got mad because he ended up giving it to his girl when he went back home. Yeah.
And I was just like, y'all have to be smarter. Like, what's going on? Or when the dude this is not funny at all. But when the dude had used what is the things that they smash the spices in?
A mortar and pestle.
They used to do that to mash his penicillin up and spray it over his girlfriend's spaghetti because he had caught gonorrhea and she got it, but he didn't want her to know that he gave it to her. So you was smashing your penicillin on the thing, and she said, "I caught you." So
that's funny as fuck. I'm so sorry.
First of all,
it
doesn't work like that. I was like, it doesn't work like that. Like you.
First off, you probably gonna make her overdose because like you doing the whole 7-day supply
and you don't know if she allergic to
meal.
It. Like if somebody did that to me, somebody did it to me, bitch, I'm about to die. I'm allergic to penicillin. You do that to me, bitch.
He got to do that for lunch and dinner every fucking day
for like 10 days.
When you could just be honest. You could just be honest.
Lick the plate too.
Lick
the plate too.
No,
it might be a granule on there.
Like,
lick the plate.
That's
I said,
no. I do feel like I do think some of y'all are too freaked out. Like I am all one for a healthy sex drive. As someone who started going to the gym more recently, I have noticed a spike in my own libido. I just don't.
That's what I hate about the gym.
The
worst. I love it, but
some pressure built up. But it's like every day. I mean, every single day. There is not a single day that sex or posting yourself or fucking has not crossed your mind. Every day.
Yeah.
Sometimes
I'm serious.
No, I'm saying
I don't do anything, but it does cross my mind at least once a day.
I'm gonna save my comments for offline because I'm gonna have to address that because I'm like, in a way, I just feel like I don't know. I really can't. I can't wrap my mind around that.
Because I feel like more often than not, more than people want to let on.
I'm not saying
think about
getting
sex.
horny, but like
people think about sex
on social media every time.
Yeah.
No,
I thought you meant like self please because baby, I just
a few times a day. But no, I mean like every single like when there is one individual on my timeline, I see his dick at least 6 to 7 times a day, and he's not a content creator.
He's not.
No,
just doing it.
Just happy to show it.
Well, some people are
voyeurs.
Boom, and nudists.
That's
and
watching
things
other
like that.
Voyeurs. Oh, nudists, voyeurs.
I'm almost positive that ain't the case either.
Sex positive.
Yeah, well,
maybe he's just like to show it off.
I truly don't find a problem with it. It's not for me to.
No, truly, like if you want to do it, do it.
You're
getting muted on my timeline because I don't need like.
I see you day every day. To be honest, if you ask me on a date, I'm probably gonna say no.
Yeah,
there's no shame, but.
Because not for me, the first thing that goes in my head when you're like, "Oh, I want to take you out," first thing I'm gonna literally think is why? Because like, what we gonna do? What we gonna do? Because I'm not interested in going anywhere, and that probably ties into our thing of like, would you date somebody?
Can I take you on a date for what? I did say that.
Buddy, baby.
I said that the other day.
Terrible.
I did say the other day.
But you have to be that way sometimes.
You do. But unfortunately, when you are that way, they want you more. I said, you want me to punch you in the face?
To get, and it's like,
I'm not playing.
I'm sorry.
I was really not playing. You're about to piss me off.
Can we just go to? I know what can I cook for you? I know you love food.
Nothing.
As soon as I feel like you're starting to beg, oh man, it's really clip for you.
That's why I'm like,
have some shame.
Ain't got no shame.
Have some pride.
Because one thing about it, you get one time to. Most times if I've ever been like rejected, because I think I pretty much handle rejection well.
Mm-hmm.
If I get rejected for the most part, I'm like, oh, okay. And like I said, I just charge into the game, go about my day. Now, do they always come back? Yes. But by that time, I've already moved on. I'm so sorry.
You've closed that chapter. That book is done. Yeah.
Sorry.
The door is closed.
I've seen who you deal with.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm not your type. I'm not your caliber.
Yeah.
Move on, baby. Move on.
Keep it pushing.
Please.
Well, yeah, I think I'd
be sick of this shit.
People too freaked out. I don't think there's a such thing as being too freaked out.
It's definitely subjective, for sure.
It's subjective. I just don't know, like, I don't want to say...
It's a problem, like a hypersexual problem.
I think it's a
and I feel like there is that thing, too, because I'm seeing a lot of you young folk needing those honey packs way more often than you need to. Like I'm like to the point to where now they're being advertised in some of y'all's content of just like, I fucked this nigga for 5 hours thanks to super long fun time energy sticks.
Listen, we are going to be the generation that will heavily
be medicated
do studies on.
From all those different things
the medicate. Y'all don't be knowing what's in them fucking blue chews and this, that, and the third. Every time I scroll on TikTok,
Korean.
Y'all need to get this because I said, why am I seeing this everywhere? Like, what is a blue? I still don't know what a blue chew is. Is it like Viagra?
It is.
Yeah,
it's like, I think it's actually like a dupe of Cialis, but yeah.
That is so weird.
But the fact it's being marketed to people in our bracket, if not
like
younger.
18 and shit. Like, no, I get you. And I feel like a lot of people don't necessarily realize that, like, hey, even if you are having those problems, I'm gonna be real with you, go to your local like GNC or whatever. There are supplements, natural supplements that won't fuck up your body and things like that. A little
horny goat weed, some ginseng, take your little ashwagandha, maca powder, baby.
Maca powder, zinc, like all that, like you will be good. Like, but no, I do think a lot of it is starting to be marketed toward this generation, which I find very weird. Because I will be completely honest with you.
I have no speculation why that is.
Yeah,
but
I have used a honey pack before. That shit, no shade. It was kind of the same.
I disagree. I be having a time.
I was just like, no, because I just felt like when I used, I was like, oh, so like nothing changed. You still doing what you need to do.
But didn't you say you're one of those people that like already kind of is like an extended person? Yeah. So like, okay. So
I guess I didn't need it.
So it's kind of just like, oh, add an extra 30 minutes to me, like type deal. But like me personally, I like them because I do tend to like a longer session. So I
Oof.
You know, if I got a free afternoon or two, it's like
free afternoon or two.
Because sometimes it lasts a full 24 hours. I'll be like, okay,
you
really?
No. I can't do that.
Yeah, well, it's not like you have like an erection the entire
What's
time.
in them?
The one I get has a little honey, little Panax ginseng, a little like again macaroon, a little L-theanine, little stuff like that.
I just be so scared.
I get because it is a very scary time for me.
But it's always just like I don't
very
know.
Scary time.
Like
I have had a bad one that literally gave me like muscle tremors and a really bad headache, and I didn't go to that corner store no more. But
there's
corner stores, great.
But I think they selling that to the younger generation because they starting to sell shit that they used to sell, and then they had campaigns against it and people did not want it.
And they have to
just
like
the tobacco.
Say that.
Then this is coming back. Then this is coming back because everybody is
do
what you want to do. Woo. And it's kind of like y'all are dying at very young ages from heart failure because you don't know how to put that cocaine down, that meth down,
that pre-workout down. Frankly,
the Celsius down. The Celsius down.
Those are terrible.
And they don't even taste that great.
You think you drinking 2-3 heavily caffeinated drinks a day, and you think like your irregular heartbeat is normal? It's not.
I
promise you, it's not.
Again.
I will say I take pre-workout every day for my workout, and I literally know the difference. Like if I don't
understand why.
What?
I always see people. I just feel like I did a whole line of coke, or I feel like
it's terrible.
I'm like, what the hell is in? What are you doing?
My scalp itches. The tops of my fingers sometimes will literally just be like trembling. If I don't get on a treadmill, I literally feel like I'm gonna cry.
It just gives them a bunch of energy.
It does. Well, the thing is that it's very high levels of niacin in it, which causes like a flushing almost experience. And sometimes, again, if you're taking too much too quickly, it does create like itchiness, and like I've almost taken my skin off a few times. It's bad. But I get through that damn workout.
I didn't know people did fentanyl straight. I didn't know you could.
Where do we go from there?
How did we get here? Did you not watch Euphoria?
He said a regular heart rate. He said, and then there's fentanyl.
No, literally.
You ain't watch Euphoria?
No, I watch a lot of crime stuff on YouTube.
No, I'm saying like that's like.
I've never watched that.
I was gonna say at first the big thing was they were lacing a lot of drugs with fentanyl, like they were cutting it.
Mm-hmm.
But now it is that some people would just straight taking it.
It's the fentanyl. I didn't know. It's crazy.
Yeah, when people were doing like, what do you mean you're doing fentanyl, the drug? Like
when the guy was picking up his child or whatever, and he had diapers, and he
was like this,
and she was like, "Oh, you're not going nowhere with my child," and you can't.
He was literally nodding off at the door. Yeah. Yeah, he said I walked or something crazy like that, which is insane.
It is.
That is so scary. Because a pure form of fentanyl could be a grain of salt and you're dead. So I'm like, why would you test
They literally said they have what they caught here recently. They were like, this could have wiped out Columbus. Like it literally is powerful enough.
Like they be having all them bad batches of cocaine. There's fentanyl in them, and it
takes one bad batch
thing on like Columbus Health or wherever it is. It's a bad batch in Reynoldsburg. It's a bad batch in da. And I'm like, maybe I'm just too scary of a bitch
screaming.
I mean, yeah, there is being overly precautious, but there's also like, again, your precaution has kept you alive, and it's gotten you this far
from childhood trauma.
And likewise, like yours might be like with like drugs or like trying new like substances or new like in certain instances maybe even experiences.
No. You said I was experiencing drugs?
No, no. I said your trauma might. He said, "Let me put that right now." No, I said
so, not me.
So, okay, right now, how to fail to get a straight?
Right now,
I don't talk to myself no more because of that reason.
Well, I was saying that like trauma might prevent you from experiencing, because again, it made me extremely like anxious to where like part of the reason why I'm such a workaholic now is because I am abhorrently afraid of being poor. The thought of poverty literally makes me want to quake at night. Poor. I get it. Like we're all gonna have our ebbs and flows and struggles and whatnot. The thought of being homeless literally, I'd just be like, no, kill me. I don't. I can't do a tent. I can't do a tent. If y'all were here during this winter, I'm fun to be sleeping in the little corners of Moxie.
I feel for them. I truly do. And it's just...
I mean, at least we didn't have like a long winter.
Thankfully. It's still
plus.
heartbreaking.
Just a little plus.
They only
Not a
suffered
lot,
a little bit.
but
Right,
unfortunately.
I do hate that.
The death was swift. Like, oh, Jesus, Lord.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what's another? Oh, how do we feel about gay baiters?
I feel as though that we need to see who. There needs to be like a clear discussion on who's actually like queer.
Y'all say like Keith Lee be a gay baiter.
Y'all call everybody
straight male
Just
fat
because he
ass.
has a fat,
like, and it's not queer, but like low-key, it's not. I believe there has been like an influx of like straight content creators, sort of like doing
100%.
certain things that they know to get the gays or whatever,
over
for more money. Yes, I do think that is something that they like, hey, whatever. However, also at the same time, I feel like those who do it make it still known, like, hey, at the end of the day, I'm still straight. So like, boom. And like, is it wrong for them to do?
Some
yes,
of them do ride that line though, to where I feel like they definitely prey upon. It is again, it's a two thing.
You're paying.
Flashman Wade, that Grady young man. Well, he's getting fucked now.
Who's Grady?
Yeah, don't matter. He about him now. He's basically like another. It's just another beige, masculine presenting like straight man with tattoos. Grady Glaze. Yeah.
I just
the worst creator I've probably seen in a while.
He's awful, and that'd be the thing too.
They don't even be good. They just be straight, and y'all have this such a.
And that's why I be putting the fault on both sides. They're not without fault by riding that line, knowing that they are marketing something that they don't plan on actually like actively participating in, at least not in the moment. Y'all are dumb just because y'all see a pair of muscles and a deep voice and somebody that, you know, looks like they might have previously played football.
But you can't.
He looks a mess.
You
I'm sorry.
You can't put that on a creator. And the reason why I say you can't put that on a creator is because, like, if you hoes were not buying it and buying into it, that I shouldn't call y'all hoes. But if y'all,
we just say like everybody figures out hoes,
you bitches.
But like, if y'all know what I mean, in a different way. But if y'all were not buying it and subscribing and doing things, then like they would not do it.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day,
if it wasn't the market, they wouldn't. Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, they're still like, no, I'm straight. Like,
and they are,
and like, even like now, when it comes to like now, there's been a lot of chatter regarding like certain Twitch streamers who they feel are doing that or whatever.
Now Twitch, that's different to me.
The reason why I don't necessarily because like
you say you be watching,
I be watching because I don't be watching the Twitch people. I be watching like the videos. People say, "Oh, well, you was doing this," and I'm looking like, how are you mad when you?
I mean, see,
this is kind of the same, but then it's not
like that one light skinned man that like kept doing like kind of like quasi kind of homoerotic things, and then be like,
and I thought it was the OnlyFans creator when I first saw the videos come across Twitch.
I don't know his name, but he's like a little light skinned man, locks.
Oh
yeah,
but see, okay, but my thing, even with that though, like.
I didn't.
All he did in his videos, like
smack his ass a few times.
Yeah, smack his ass a few times or whatever, or he'll be sagging. But my thing is like, and maybe this is just me, but like, no shade. I've been in schools. I've been in locker rooms with niggas. That's no shade. That's how some of the straight niggas they do stuff like that. And they be like pause. Or they say no homo. Or like, so, but is it gay still? Yes.
I was like, some of it's sometimes a little bit internalized
homophobia.
Yeah.
Is it homo? Yeah. However, do I consider that them being queer baiters? No. Why? Because they're not selling shit.
Right. And the thing too is like, with sexuality being so fluid, it's like.
No, I do believe that.
They don't think that though.
They don't think that, but like those of us with brain cells recognize that it is a very broad spectrum.
That's why they fight this so bad.
It's a broad spectrum. Here's what I will say. If you are going to be in that space, if you got a lot of women hitting on you, a lot of men hitting on you, but you only like women, you can feel some type of way, but I don't feel like you can be mad that men are hitting you up if you.
And my whole thing is like, I know straight men. There's quite a few straight men that recognize like, oh, I recognize that I have a very large gay following.
Mm-hmm.
I've expressed that I don't have an attraction to men. I'm also not going to bash out. Like, if y'all want to see what I'm offering, by all means, all are welcome. Like,
I'm going to ignore your DMs. I'm not going to respond to you, but you know,
I'm going to say like, yeah, and like, you know,
it's like Daryl Walls.
Please. to church auntie out.
That was good to me on tonight.
Good to me is crazy.
But no, like I agree with, in a sense of that I feel as though there are plenty of people who, no matter what the content they post, they do say, hey, I'm straight, but they're very respectful of the following of the basis they have. I have no beef with that. My only issue, I guess, with the Max dude, it was like, okay, no shade, like
who's Max?
Played Locks, the guy who did SmackDown. It was like, okay, we get it. You're not gay, and you was doing this as a joke or something possible. Who knows? But it got a bunch of niggas who found you attractive, and it riled them up a bit. It tickled them. Now,
and I respect his feeling of him saying like it makes me uncomfortable. I would like more y'all to be able to recognize that when it applies to women, whereas like they're just wearing a certain clothing item where they present a certain way.
Even with that though, even with him saying like it makes him uncomfortable, like no shade. And this is probably terrible, but if someone if you post that clip like that, or you put that out there, you like clip it, but you knew it was gonna get you some views, right? And then a certain group of people is watching it.
It takes the wrong type of traction.
It gets the wrong type, right?
Don't complain about it now.
They're just saying like, they just said, he fine. Oh, damn, this, that, there. Like, okay, it's like, would that probably make you uncomfortable? Yeah, okay, but it's like at the end of the day, as long as none of these niggas are approaching you or trying to get at you, you really shouldn't be. There's no reason for you to go like on a rant about how like, this is so uncomfortable because again,
he didn't have a dissertation
on it.
Yeah, because then again, like you said, there will be some women that you know damn well you're not going to be attracted to, that you're not going to want, and are you going to be uncomfortable when they do? Like, are you going to say the same thing to them?
I was also connecting it to just like, okay, so let's say there's a woman who she's just built, like she's just stacked. And men constantly making comments on her body about how fat her ass is, how big her titties are, the whole nine. And her being like, hey, I'm literally just existing. You all are like, say for instance, she like has big boobs and she goes to reposition herself and just titties jump because of that. And then you have all these men in her comments that are saying things that are way out of line. And it's kind of one of those things where it's like, I wish, again, more men would be able to come through. Well, she knows what she's doing. She didn't have to wear that. And it's like, okay, but you're sagging. And do you really think that because you're not attracted to a man's ass, that no one's going to be attracted to a man's ass? Like, let's turn this on.
I mean, if you think about it.
Like, recognize where there might be additional appeal. Case in point, when we had our whole Lauryn Hill episode, we did not know that clip was going to be picked up the way that it did. We generally thought we were just having a very open and honest conversation based on varying viewpoints.
They got dragged. I didn't.
Correct. But
I recognize
we'd be amiss if Robbiey, for instance, the one who really like dug in there, if he was to be like, I don't get it, why y'all are coming at me, and I just don't appreciate it.
I wouldn't have said that shit.
Yeah, because
I had to stay off of it because they know we can go back and forth on social media all day. I love it. Like, let's go. But
it's like again, if you ultimately can or cannot act on it, and that's really where the buck ends for me. To where it's like, if you're a straight man, just don't fuck niggas. Niggas are still going to be like, you're an attractive individual. You're going to be attractive to multiple people. What is the where's the dilemma in that? If anything, I would look at that as a badge of honor. Multiple people from all diasporas, genders, whatever Rihanna was saying that one time, pronouns and
she's
representations find you attractive. Okay, eat. Like, use that to your marketability, because not everybody has that to their name.
Right. But like, okay, I think Lance Gross is the finest man on earth. But what I see him...
You said Lance Gross?
Yeah. What I see him and go up and be like inappropriate, absolutely not. With some people, absolutely. And it's wrong. But the only thing with that Twitch thing was...
Yeah.
He was like having this whole dissertation about like consent and don't do this and don't do that. But...
I'm sorry, just like before you go first, what do you feel would be an inappropriate comment? Like, if you went up to Lance Gross and be like, I think you're a very fine man. I don't feel like that's an inappropriate comment. I want to turn you inside out. Perhaps oversteps that boundary. Like, where do you...
See, I'm different. If I know somebody's straight, I'm not going to you fine as hell. Like, that would be inappropriate to me. Yeah,
I straight men, they're fine all the time. I know I'm not going to...
And you never had a problem? with anybody when you say that to them?
No, because I say it in a way that's like, I don't want to fuck you, but just so you're aware, you're pretty.
What do you say?
Just like
you say you pretty?
I've called many a straight man like, you are very pretty or you're beautiful. Now, not everybody's always receptive to it all the time.
I don't doubt it though.
Yeah,
because you would literally, thanks, love. It'd be the
I really do.
Nigga. Thanks, love. I said,
with my hand on their chest as I pass. I'm like, excuse me. Like,
thanks, love.
I get what you're saying though.
But the Twitch streamers, when they say that and they have these whole dissertations, it's kind of like, y'all don't say anything to y'all other Twitch streamers who be harassing women on their streaming things.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, why are you not? You get it in the sense when it comes to something you're uncomfortable with, homosexuality, but when it comes to that, it's kind of like, oh, men will be men. It's kind of just like, well, if they're gonna be, if men will be men in that sense, then men gonna be men in this sense as well. So,
and I think that's something that is, I agree with, and I feel as though it's like, hey, if you gonna, let's again be even across the board, be real across the board. Don't just pick and choose what you're gonna speak on, because it's like,
but that's a tell us all this time that people don't really understand or respect it until it affects them.
Exactly.
This election is showing a lot of y'all that. But
like,
don't get me started.
But it's like, even you have brought up a great point, like when it comes to women, because like it's not even, I've seen a lot of like women of the lesbian experience who consistently have to shoot down straight men.
Yeah.
Because men of the straight experience won't. It's like they refuse to believe the fact
that they can change them.
Yeah,
or like,
and it's like,
you got this, dude,
you ain't had the right one. Yeah.
And the whole time she's like, I actually hate men. I kind of want to kill you right now. Like, back the fuck up. And
they think it's funny.
They take it as a challenge, which is sick.
Yeah, and it's like
sick. Can you like literally put yourselves in their shoes? Can you imagine if a gay man, you're like, nah, bro, I don't even get down like that, and they took it as just like, yeah, you wait till I get in them cheeks. You gonna think different. That's insane. That'd be insane. You would literally be like, police, help! Like, help me, help me! Literally, somebody. You would be really to call the law, but like. Again,
women do that to gay men, but I feel like when they do it,
that's gay men.
Yeah, I feel like when they do it, it'd be like, for some reason, it just be so play to me. Like,
no, I actually just this past week.
Are they be serious about it?
I had a coworker this past week. I thought it was on some play. She's like, oh yeah, you can get this cat or something on the lines.
Yeah, they'll do that. Yeah,
and I was like, he until she put my hand on it. I was like,
oh, this is sexual assault. You can't.
Coochie is great.
You won't get me caught.
Right. I was like, it's not that I don't like it. It's just, well, I didn't like that. It was without my consent.
What made you think that was okay? When did we start doing that?
Let's not do that one. We ain't never done that before.
I will say, so one of the things that I would like to talk about is I feel as though, well, two. One of the, like, are some things intentional? Or viewers choosing just what they want to see. I think it's a little bit of both. Some of it is intentional, but then also I've seen people just honestly you're just seeing what you want to see.
What's intentional?
When they're like actually like gay, but like you can tell they're actually doing this because they're like farming the market of like, oh, we know, I know what the gays want. Let me go ahead and do just enough to like pull them to my page.
The one dark skinned boy that just started writing dildos.
Oh, but he's a great example. Not for like what we were just saying, but like,
what do y'all mean?
We mean basically
people so what we were talking about are some people intentionally gay baiting, or are some people just seeing what they want to see?
Like, they see what they want to see most times.
Like again, doing the Keith Lee situation where it's just like, oh, he got that thing out because he's trying to think. It's like, or again,
he has just hands on.
He has a fat ass pulled up. He has a fat ass. Like that's going to be presented that way.
He has childbearing hips.
And again, the reason
walk up on that man if you want to. He gonna beat the fuck out you.
MMA fighter. Like the guy you were talking about. That man has a wife and multiple children. Has multiple times thing. The one. No, well, him too. But the one I was talking about was the one that was be playing with dildos and stuff. Be gooning himself out with things that is the size of this damn.
What we talk about?
Dark skinned guy.
Dream Bull.
Yeah, him. Yeah, I'm gonna come.
With the grapes.
Oh. Y'all making that a fucking TikTok sound. Y'all need to be ashamed.
Whoever keeps putting those on TikTok, or between them or the King Love guy. Oh no, bro. You did get at me.
I hate y'all.
I said this should not be allowed. This has to be inappropriate on some level.
Where are the moderators?
They don't know. They don't know what it's from.
Oh, they be cracking me, especially when they be like eating food.
No, they see what they want to see.
I'm getting
They most
hot.
definitely see what they want to see.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like with that guy, that man that said he's straight. I'll say this for the public record. It should already be understood. Straight men are allowed to do butt stuff if they so desire. It doesn't make them like if they want to get pegged by their girlfriend with a 12-inch dildo. I don't necessarily get it, but that's their thing. That's what they want to get into. What they do.
Content. I ain't gonna hold you.
So what I
that one little yellow with the fat ass that huge. He's not huge. His ass is. But he's straight.
And he gets pegged
all the time. Like that's his main.
He said he's dead.
Pegged.
Oh,
send me one.
He said dead.
I'll send a link later.
Thank you. They see what they want to see, most definitely.
They definitely see what they want to see. Are they also, again, y'all have this?
I just enjoy them. Move on. Like it's.
But y'all have this hyper fixation of like this DL
and turning a man.
Yeah,
out.
just like
you can't turn somebody out.
You can't,
but, okay.
But
if that man is making gay content, he is always not saying maybe all. I was on a controversial topic because I do definitely feel like sexuality can develop over time. But y'all will take that and run it and be like, oh, so you mean that somebody get touched and they can... No, that's not the same thing. It's not the same thing. But when you were raised in a very strict Black household or Christian household, you may have very structured methodology and the ways of thinking that make you think in a very narrow box. And over time, that box expands. And you're just like, well, maybe I still qualify myself straight, but I recognize that I might also enjoy trans women. I am, what's the term for it where it's like you're attracted to like the female form more than like women. There's a
trans attracted.
It's like gyno.
I have no idea.
Gynecology.
You're asking.
No,
that was a joke. That was
all
a
right,
joke.
y'all. What's another great episode of SpitFyre Podcast? Because on that note,
it was like the one video where what's that one King Queen Cream of Wheat?
Balsamic.
But no, I get what you mean, and I feel like that kind of goes into another thing because it's like, okay, maybe you're just seeing what you want to see, but also like some of them, it's almost like they start pushing like, well, no, you should do this because we're paying for this one, so you need to start doing this. And
we're paying your bills. Put in your. I don't want a dildo up my ass. Like what?
I don't want a dildo up my ass today. But it's like, okay, you're saying you don't have to pay them. You don't have to do anything.
Go to a content creator that's willingly do those things instead of forcing this person that is, especially if they've already made it seem as though like, okay, this is clearly not their content base. But if it boggles my mind when they will literally say like, hey, that's not my thing. I won't be doing content. Like there's one content creator, he's a top at doing things. He tends to have a lot of scenes that are a bit more on the sensual side. But because this man has a more large, remember they want a fat rabbit production from this guy. And he's like, he literally had to make a statement like, look, that's not my thing. I like, making sure my bottoms feel good. And I like making sure that it's like a more pleasurable, sensual experience. I might go a little faster, a little slower, depending on the time. But y'all are not going to see me just ramp. What y'all are used to, just this gang, gang, gang. Like,
this content is
who's
going down.
Fat Rabbits?
No. Always top tier.
Yeah.
The other one.
Y'all know we lost one?
Dirty Star.
Big Booty Rudy.
Who?
That page is suspended.
Bye.
Oh, I thought you said he died. He'll be back.
We don't know because Jay Sky still ain't made a reappearance. I'm waiting for that faithful day.
Yes, they have.
Who was that?
He still has a Twitter, but he don't really be like. He don't be. Yes.
I will say.
That's like, the Remy Mars all day.
Screaming. It's like y'all want them to do something. Like you said, you could always go to somebody who's making that content already, and which y'all should. But I think it's a bigger conversation about y'all just really don't respect people's boundaries. Y'all don't respect people's boundaries, whether they're a content creator, whether they're a thing like. And I've honestly had to take, I've had to take a step back and check myself about certain things too, because it's like I feel as though social media. Well, I guess I'll just start here, like to more niche to this topic. Y'all feel as though just because someone is a content creator, just because I'm not gonna say content creator. Y'all feel like just because somebody is in sex work and they make videos, they make X-rated videos, they do that, or they might escort, whatever the case may be.
But that is not a whole human.
Yeah, y'all feel like they are not human, and that since they do that, they should just accept anything. There are times when
you're a whore at the end of the day, like
and there are times when like some people will literally have separate pages for it. So it's like, hey, this is my Twitter of my normal life. Look at me walking my dog. Oh, hey, I'm getting a coffee.
Shout out to you, Demon Hole.
But then there are people who like y'all instead of y'all keeping.
I love both pages.
But like instead of y'all keeping, I don't know who y'all talking about.
Demon Hole.
Oh yeah, cool. Shout out to you.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a homie.
Yes, a sweet pie.
But it's like y'all will go to those folks' pages on both pages, and you know they already have the X-rated one. They like, this is my X-rated content. Boom, boom. They explain that. Y'all will go to the page that's not X-rated and
mentioning the other shit.
Yeah, like, and go and commenting like, oh yeah, look at them titties, or oh yeah, look at that dick. It's like. Bro,
time and place.
Like and then like time even like how folks compliment folks now. It's like like a lot of y'all. I see it like somebody will post a picture, or maybe it's someone who's just popular on Twitter, or maybe
next question. Excuse me,
and it's like whoa, like,
and I get it. It's like y'all trying to be funny, quirky, but.
If you saw them in person, if you saw,
it's insane.
If you see
the room stink.
No, like whoa, and it's
that's like, one of my favorite ones too. I hate it, like they're saying it, but like it's so funny.
But it's like if you see that person in real life, if you see a stranger in real life that you think is gorgeous, are you gonna walk up to them and say that to them? No, you're not.
And why? Because you know you get punched,
and because you know it's wrong, huh?
The one streamer did it.
Mm-hmm.
That was what he came.
Oh yeah.
Deshae walking up to that girl talking about something. Bitch, you look good. What shit are you right now?
Mm-hmm. And look at him.
A lot of straight men talk like that.
And look what Deshae's at now. Banned from Twitch.
Random. He got unbanned.
Oh, he got unbanned. Well, let's ban him again.
Especially in a club or somewhere. Oh yeah.
I just never think to walk up to somebody and say some shit like that.
About somebody doing that to me. That was a straight guy, but
no, but like
I'm literally like we had just met, and I'm thinking we're just chopping up the shit. And then they give me that look like, I'll turn you inside out. I'm like, what? The truth is, like I literally was just like, because where do you go from that? It's like, I mean, I guess if you on it, you can just be like, you know what, hell yeah. But
again, it goes back to like y'all don't respect people's boundaries. Mm-hmm. Like y'all don't, and y'all feel like just because somebody's in sex work or whatever, you don't have to respect it, and that says a lot more about your character than theirs.
Y'all also don't have very good social cues
at all.
Judgment of
y'all be missing shit like crazy.
And this goes to them little old men that be saying the most strange comments sometimes. Sexy, beautiful, honey, baby. Like, what are you doing? Like, that be stressing me out.
It's honestly
social media has given people the thought process that they need to give their opinion on everything. If a light bulb is on.
Right.
And it's kind of like give an opinion when
y'all don't know these people and
these bills pass through the Senate. That's when you give your opinion. You give your opinion when you see
actually don't do that either.
Well, some of y'all are
don't do that either.
Some of y'all are not educated and looks like you never knew anything about civics, but
because I done seen a couple.
It's not okay, but you know.
I'm sorry. I've seen a couple of people speaking on the SNAP benefit shit, and I'm like, shut the fuck up. You don't know what you're talking about.
You're not smart.
You're dumb. Stay in your dumb place. He's fucking stupid. Every day he on Twitter, he says something fucking stupid, and everybody pack his ass up. You're dumb. I'm so sorry. Just like, hey, it's okay. Not everybody's meant to be an academic or intellectual or know about politics. That's okay. Stick to what you know.
Glamour doesn't work good on everybody. Like,
hey,
stay in your lane,
please. Talk about
you want to bang in a ponytail? Do a bang in a ponytail?
Like, because it's like at the end of the day, I'm so sorry, this is off topic, but like, if they start choosing what you can and can't buy, like, so what you're saying as this person should not be able to go and buy a bag of chicken nuggets or pizza rolls or something.
Only fresh food.
Only fresh food.
They don't have time to cook it or store it.
And poor people deserve joy too.
Exactly. You think
Fat Cat, you make some good content, but you're dumber than a box of rocks. I'm so sorry. You say some very
he even said something
things.
Dumb. What was the dumb shit?
It used to be good.
It's not that good. What did he say? He said something so stupid. Ooh,
he said, I used to get food stamps and like, no, he said, I get food stamps. He said, I actively do. First off, you're an idiot in the fact that like,
because why would you say that?
Why would you say that out loud? Like, we know this, we know you're making too much of you. Someone's going to report you, but
that, and then it was the fact that he was like, first of all, what did he say? The government can't, can't tell you what you can and can't eat, what you can and can't buy, can and can't eat. And I said, okay, so off the first sentence alone, you're wrong. There are literally things banned that we cannot buy.
WIC is split to certain. You literally say it'll say like approved by WIC. Like, have you never looked in the grocery store?
That, but even just that, like shit, even like things we want to buy now, like hey, you can't even go get, what is it called? A fucking the one egg. It's like a chocolate egg, a Kinder egg. Kinder egg, yeah.
You can't get that in the US.
For the longest, those shits was banned here. They just started coming back. Like,
I don't remember why though.
Me, child, can tell
to the store and
you.
get one because I used to love the bitches as a kid. I used to love them eggs with little.
Yeah, but like it's like you're speaking and you need to shut the hell up.
No, you really do.
Stick to.
But then our politicians who are elected don't know shit either.
Exactly.
Marjorie Taylor talking about.
I'm so glad you brought it because that was exactly what I was going to bring up.
We as the federal government cannot cut your funding. The state has to do that. I'm
These
like, girl,
are real jobs.
If the federal cuts the budget, where's the state getting the money from?
She said,
you understand that?
She said that those are no real jobs and that no federal employee is getting a real check.
They're actually taking it from the taxpayers, and it's
I said, okay, so great. Now that you believe that, how about you stop getting the check for what you got in office for? Because your dumbass, I mean, I know how your dumbass got in office, but you should have never been able. Honestly, they shouldn't have let you out the first grade. I'm just going to keep it a buck.
They shouldn't let you out the womb.
Hey.
And she keeps getting
your mom should have swallowed that load.
because
I'm so serious.
That's what her.
Or had the right to be able to receive an abortion safely.
Hey. Because you're awful. I absolutely, like, I don't say I hate people often. I actually hate you. I hate everything about you, everything about
She's
your
the reason why I'm a
family.
proponent of late-term abortion. Like, I don't care if you're 54. Let's start it.
I honestly...
That's what we're saying right now.
I hate that lady. She's so dumb. Her and the lady was like, we go outside and I'll show you a child. You stupid
trash.
You stupid as hell too.
And Bobert.
What's her last name? Bobert?
Lauren Bobert.
Yeah, well, drop dead.
Stupidest people have the ugliest names.
Ugly people got ugly names.
God don't like ugly.
He really don't.
And it starts to come out of y'all's pores after a few years. Like, y'all might be able to hold up with all that like pancake makeup y'all be doing in front of those press conferences, but it's creasing and it shows over time.
The Republican woman makeup.
That press conference lady, I hate her. That's a hard 27.
The press secretary, dumb as hell.
I was just like, there's no way we'd be the same age, honey. Like,
it's not realistic. Like, you lying, right? Like, somewhere, somehow. Because ain't no way.
Ain't no way.
Well, to wrap up our session today, we'll, still keep it on the same theme. We're going to do we listen and we don't judge. Now, I don't know how much I'll be able to contribute because there's not much that I would not put on the table at this point. I don't care to be judged.
Screaming.
But Robbiey, you want to start? Do we want to do like a theme of it or like?
Yeah, let's do a theme. What's the theme?
Relationships.
Jesus.
Okay.
I don't have anything.
This is what
There's
I mean.
There's nothing that you've done that you don't.
This is what I mean when I say.
I know that clip.
I'm thinking.
You're not.
It's all the best of me.
Somebody else go. What bad thing have I done?
We listen, we don't judge. We listen, we don't judge. I have paid over $2,000 in a man's bills within the first 3 months of knowing him. We weren't dating.
We listen and we don't judge. We don't judge.
Silently. Oh. I'm so sorry. Jesus. Let's see. We said relationship wise. Honestly, at this time in my life,
y'all overthinking this. It's pissing me off.
Huh?
Y'all overthinking this. It's pissing me off.
No, I'm not overthinking.
Y'all got
I'm
something
just saying,
in the chamber.
But like at this point in my life, I quite literally, I would be open to an open relationship. I don't think that's anything, but I think they seem like they could be fun, you know?
Yeah.
Certain boundaries got to be in place, though.
I thought we don't judge is about something that you've done.
Oh, is it something that we don't?
Yeah, because we listen to what you've done and we don't judge you for it.
We listen and we don't judge. Okay, so I will say the worst thing that I feel like that I've done, or I guess it's not too bad of a thing, is I am not. I'm not. I'm not above. I just feel bad. I just feel like I'm not above trying things to make my partner feel more comfortable, or things that they may want to try.
He doesn't get the game.
I know I get the game, but I'm saying, because I'm trying to make sure I don't say that like the fuck. But yeah.
What have you done?
Are we supposed to be reading between the lines on that?
Right.
Or?
Read between the lines. Read between the lines.
Lies again.
Lies. I mean, okay. Okay, I'll
new game. We'll play Go Fish.
Not Go Fish. No, because I just feel like I don't want to say the real bad. I can't say the real bad, but that's kind of crazy. People look at me crazy. But I will say that while I never paid over $2,000 to somebody for their bills, bailing somebody out of jail is kind of insane. I should never do that again.
We don't judge.
I'm judging.
We listen and we don't judge.
Yeah, I judge myself.
Not in this current moment, but in general.
Silently. I felt bad.
For bailing them out, or you bailed them out because you felt bad?
Because I felt bad. Because I was like,
that's real.
I was like, Dad, you ain't got nobody, you sure? So I was like, you ain't got an uncle from like 10 years ago. You ain't seen.
When's the last time you spoke to your mama?
Like,
damn. Oh, she's dead. Oh,
they said they can't pull nothing together. Goddamn.
She have no life insurance.
Yeah.
Jesus. Or plenty.
Crazy. No, literally.
Oh, we can do like dating, not just always relationships, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I have on the meticulous back end made somebody lose a very important job.
I'm not judging. I celebrate.
I would say, like I said, we listen and we
we listen and we give you kudos. Don't be like us.
No, literally.
At Akron U.
We listen and we don't judge. I'm trying to think what's not too terrible.
Honestly, I was like, whoa.
I was let me just what do I know mine being out?
One of them I can't say, but
a lot of them.
Do you have another one you want to do while I'm thinking?
You got one?
No, go.
Okay, we listen and we don't judge. One time I was dating this girl. It was during my time at camp. Oh, this is kind of awful. But I mean, I feel like it had to happen. Me being who I am, I felt like maybe was a problem for her, even though she said it would not be.
Mm-hmm.
And also she had made a couple of weird comments regarding my skin complexion. Mind you, we were the same complexion.
Right. You pointed at me because same complexion, right?
No. Me and her were the same complexion. But I say listen, you don't judge because she said something very awful to me. Mm-hmm. Very, very awful. So I went and fucked her best friend. Her best friend was also a woman, no worries. But I did fuck her best friend. I did get my lick back.
Yeah. We listen and we don't judge.
Yeah, because I said like I'm so like was she like I'm sorry, but telling me that if I was my mother's complexion or my sister, my brother's complexion, that I would be better. Okay. I had to snatch her up with that. I was like, well, since you feel that way, I'll go. Oh, this is kind of terrible though. But since you feel that way, I'll go fuck your light-skinned friend then. And y'all can beef about that. How about that?
Colorism wins.
Yeah.
We listen, we don't judge. I have slept with family members, not at the same time.
Whoa, what the fuck?
Not at the same time.
Wait, family members? Like your family members?
No.
Wait,
not my own.
wait.
They were of the same family. They were of the same family.
Oh.
No.
Okay, I'm gonna say
I would not.
We're gonna end it right here.
I'm judging.
We're gonna end
Edit
it.
that out.
Hold on now.
No. Mm-mm.
Okay, let's get out of relationships. Okay. One time I had did something in the house and it was me. But I
do that too.
Like it. Admittedly, we'll be honest, I was a very good liar. Very good liar back in
To
my
this
day.
day.
Well, if I need to pull it out, but my mom and dad was questioning both of us and then questioning other people. And I alley-ooped it, boom, 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 boom.
Wait, does Joni know about this? You know she watched the podcast.
Yeah. I told both of them.
No.
They beat my little brother's ass.
Oh, I feel bad.
And he was like, it was not me. I said, it was definitely
You said, well, you know it wasn't me.
It was him.
Hit him again.
Damn, now I feel for him because I know what that's like. When you being blamed for something,
no, because my big brother used to do that to us all the time. Because he used to get a kick out of it. He
Same, my sister gets a kick out of it.
My dad was in the military, so he was super anal about stuff like the whiteboard, or like he used to do like a Bible verse on the whiteboard every time. And my brother, I don't know what possessed him to do it, because he didn't want no one else to touch it. He just took a thumbprint and just like the middle of like a Q or something. And my dad literally was like, who touched the whiteboard? We're all just like, no one touches the whiteboard. You're the only one that uses the whiteboard thing. That's not my fingerprint.
Not that.
So he literally like made everybody put their hands up there. Now my brother purposely did it in a way to where like his hand wouldn't fit either. Do you know all 6 children got our ass beat? All of us. And he sat there and watched.
Me.
Like that's insane. For nothing else, simply because he just wanted to spite our father. Yeah, because he just wanted to spite our father. I didn't like how you talked to me, so I'm just gonna ruin everybody's day. What was that quote by New York where she's like,
I ruined dinner because I was bored.
Precisely. I don't think that was New York, but
we listen and we don't judge. Okay, so a lot of y'all don't know is that I'm a very much reformed crash out. And so when I was younger and I would have my tantrums didn't just come, like everybody said that I had a temper, but my temper, it wasn't that my temper was short. It was just that it was a lot of stuff built up. And then when I exploded, it was huge. It was like kaboom. So we listen and we don't judge. One time when I was having one of my tempers or whatever, my sister had these very gorgeous skates. They were blue and they were rollerblades, and they were messing with me and picking on me, and took those skates and chucked that shit right at her head, and it hit her, and she was out for at least 10 seconds.
Oh,
and honestly, was I sorry in the moment? No. Am I sorry now? Kinda. Like, she know I love her and we besties, but it was kind of like y'all were all picking on me. Like at some point, you had to know that I was gonna retaliate in some way. So
we listen and we don't judge. So in my last year of senior year, my biological father, and my mom weren't living together. Hadn't been since I've been like 7. And my dad had always told me like, hey, whatever college you end up wanting to go to, I'll basically pay one semester and you and your mom can pay the other. We were like, cool. So I ended up getting accepted to University of Toledo. And I come to him like, hey, like, super excited. At the time, like, I got into this college, got my degree that I want to do, yada, 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 boom. He begins to accost me like, how dare you? How dare you go to a school that is not the absolute most cost-effective option? If I said I was going to pay for half semester, it wouldn't just automatically be in your best interest to pick the one that's the cheapest, whether I can afford it or not. Because my dad's extremely well-to-do. It literally had nothing to do with the fact of like him being able to pay it or not. It was the fact that he felt indignant that like I would choose a school that wasn't like bottom of the barrel cheap if it was going to be on his dime. So he just, mind you, I had gotten everything filled out. I was literally set to go. And he was like, I'm not paying anymore. And I'm like, Dad, I've sold candy bars, damn near my own body, mom too, to try to just get our half covered. And you're talking, I don't care. I'm not doing it. Not like just without a second question, it was like, ooh, doo-doo. So I was like, okay. I stole his credit card shortly after and went on a wild shopping
As
spree.
you should.
And he could not figure it out. And my dad's like really like, he's starting to lose his marbles, I think. But at the time, it was the beginning stages. He was convinced that like the demons were trying to get back at him because he was one of God's chosen. So he was really going through like a mild psychosis, thinking that like this was their next play on him by like robbing him blind. And he just knew that it was like, a spiritual attack. And I let him believe it to this day.
You're awful.
Well, not anymore.
He don't watch us.
Oh.
In his words, he don't want to see three fags with a mic.
He's so real for that.
So
He real for that. I'm so sorry.
Oh,
Real.
Joni said hi before we got here, though. So.
Hi, Joni. That's my girl.
my mom watches it faithfully. Hey, Babs.
Love her.
Hey.
Girl. How y'all doing?
Child. I don't think I have any more that I can admit to.
That I can share.
That I can share.
I think do I have one more? We listen and we don't judge. Okay. Elementary school was it was a trying time for me because that's again, everybody kept saying I had a temper, and it was like, no, y'all are doing stupid shit that's pissing me off. I don't have a temper.
I don't have a temper. Y'all just need to manage to not piss me off.
Like very much that. My teacher, Mrs. Terry, I did not like that lady.
You had to
she
make
was
sure you
awful.
drop her name too.
I will
Mrs.
drop
Terry.
Miss Terry,
May she
like
rest in
you
peace,
and that
potentially.
Afro puff, hated you. You probably will never see this, but if you do, please know. Remember when you had slipped in class and you was cussing everybody out because we was all laughing, and you made me right because I was laughing. Afterwards, when you sat down and you got up and it was a bunch of shit all on your hand, you was like, "How did that happen?" Da, da, da. That was me. I did that.
What did you do?
What'd you put on her seat?
Her drink.
Oh.
It was like a coffee something. She had on tan pants, and she was wearing these tan pants, and her coffee was right there. And I went right over that desk when she wasn't paying attention and said, "Bloop." And she sat down, got up very quickly. Like, what is that? Da, da, da. It was me. How dare you make me right because your big ass decided to slip and I'm not allowed to laugh. Like, no, I didn't like that lady. She was awful.
We listen, we don't judge.
She deserved that one too.
One of my previous jobs I used to work for was just like doing a bunch of like shady shit in the background, but I was fine with it as long as I was still collecting my check. But then over time, they started to kind of like target me because I was the only Black individual there. I'm not saying this, so they were targeting me simply because I was Black, but it's not lost upon me the coincidence that the only colored guy was getting picked on. Well, long story short, they ended up creating some bogus reason to fire me. It was complete, utter like bullshit. And they hadn't known that I had been like taking pictures and recordings of like different infractions that had been going on in the back scene. Because I'm also insane to where I also like, we may never fall out, we may think, but I am always keeping a record of track of things because just in case. I've had too many instances in my life to where I'm just like, you know what? I think I do got something in my like. So when they decided to fire me, I definitely reported their chef who was doing coke in the background and sent them not only the pictures of what was happening, but I also sent it to the health department stating that they were actually having these different things happening. I had to make sure that I had like the food in the same area that the coke plate was in. So I expressed to them just like this children frequent here. They did close shortly after, about 2 months later. I'd name you, but I should. I should.
We listen and we don't judge. When I work at McDonald's, and this one is not even bad, but that ice cream machine, was it down? No. But did I feel like making the ice cream? Absolutely not.
I heard that's more common than thing. Like the rebooting system is like really extensive, so they just sometimes be like, it's not working.
Also, because like the one time it happened, this guy was like, for lack of a better term, he was like a huge cunt in the drive-thru, and I did not feel like dealing with that. And then he was like, "And why don't you give me a milkshake?" And I was like, "Sorry, our ice cream machine is down." And then he got to the window, and when he got to the window, I handed him some of his drinks, and he went on. And then I had my friend come and give me a milkshake that they had just made, and I drank that shit in front of him. And he was like, "Oh, is the ice cream machine up?" I was like, "Oh no, we don't feel like making it right now. Sorry." But yeah, I always said that shit was down. I just didn't feel like making the cones.
When they used to be, do you have a size back there I would go back there, see the size. I didn't feel like climbing the ladder to get it. No, we don't.
We don't. Sorry.
Truck comes on Tuesday.
No. See you then.
Or like when I worked at a call center for a bank, you could like waive
the little fee. Yeah.
You can waive the fee. You got to smart with me one time. Your tone changed one time.
It ain't nothing but a little button or switch to do it. And I just be like, yeah.
I'm not waiving shit, actually.
The system's not allowing me. I tried.
If you were nice, the minute you picked up the phone, hi, how are you doing? Oh, okay. It takes about a week. Okay, that's fine. I said, you know what?
Let me see what I can do.
Let me rush it to you, Hitch, because you are nice. You are nice.
Because when I worked at DirecTV, they told us that you only get so many things you can give out to for folks' bills and things like that. Child, you were nice to me, baby. Mm-hmm. Well, guess what? Your bill's going to be $30 for the next 10 months. Congratulations. Oh, yeah, that is crazy. Here, let me knock your bill down $10 and I'm going to give you HBO free for 5 months. Mm-hmm. I'll do that. As soon as you was rude to me, I'm so sorry.
That's why I got fired from Spectrum for doing that.
Yeah, but I was like, I'm so sorry. I understand that you have $98.99 and your bill is only $100, but you have to give me the full $100 in order for me to not cut your shit off.
Especially during the time when it was COVID and people literally were at home, I would do the same thing to them. I'd be like,
what are you talking about?
Can I set up a payment arrangement? The payment arrangement is to arrange to pay it today.
Literally. I'm only behind. This is the only bill I'm behind on. Like, this is the only month.
One's enough.
So sorry. I've never been behind before. Yeah, but you were a cunt on the phone. So guess what?
No, literally, that's what people need to understand. If you've ever worked in customer service, and then some people use this simple fact that, I have worked in customer service, so I can talk to you any other type of way because I know that and it's like because they dealt with bullshit.
You have to. It's like, no.
And it's like, no, if I've dealt with assholes every call for the last 40 calls, and you are absolutely nice to me, you don't make a fuss. I tell you something that I don't want to tell you because I know everybody cuts me out when I say
a little bit on the phone.
And I tell you, it's going to be about 2 weeks for this. Oh, that's fine. Thank you so much for helping me. Actually, give me 1 second.
We're going to figure this out for you.
3 business days. There you go. Yeah. I just love it because being nice costs you nothing. And I understand when it comes to people's money and Wi-Fi and banking and all this stuff, you get a little irate, you get a little heated, but you get more.
But watch your mouth.
These were honeyed and vengeance.
Watch your mouth.
Watch what you say.
We listen and we don't judge. I sometimes, like I bartend. When I have a guest that's like either like rude or extremely obnoxious or just very entitled or even just puts me through the ringer as a bartender, like you're making a bunch of like complicated ass drinks, then tell me when I finally get them to you after I have like blood, sweat, and tears to make these like fruit. I need a French 75 with cognac and triple sec, like weird shit. And I make it, and you're like, it's just not right. And you like having me remake it 3 or 4 times. Sometimes when you guys leave your cards in the billfold, I shred them. And when you call the restaurant,
the card?
They leave their receipts.
Like their card in the little like billfold when you give them their bill.
Some people banking card,
like their debit card or credit card, whatever it is. And you were like a dickhead to me or something, and you call the restaurant like, "Hey, did I leave my credit card there?" No, I didn't see it. That or glasses. I'll crush them. Sometimes I'll break a whole
picture. He's going to jail. He's going to jail.
To cut that one out.
You're going to jail.
That is
He's going to jail.
Highly illegal.
To throw someone's debit card away?
To shred it.
I didn't know they were coming back. It was their private information. I wanted to keep it safe, so I shredded it.
They usually have a lockbox at every.
They didn't have it at that location. Like
it was after hours. I didn't have access to that. I didn't want to leave it till the morning. I thought
literally.
Oh Lord.
They can order a new one.
No, it's true.
And hopefully they get someone as kind as you to rush it in 3 days.
Woo!
Well.
That is funny.
Well, yes, it is.
Oh my!
It's highly illegal. Shit.
Ooh. Well. No
what
mores.
now?
No more.
I have no more.
I don't have any.
I don't need y'all judging.
Well, that wraps up to the end of today's.
Not today.
Not today.
That wraps up today's episode of the SpitFyre Podcast. Again, we will be doing a lot more varied topics as well as just, I don't know, we want to do something to kind of spice things up. We really enjoy doing the street
Interviews.
There we go.
There you go.
With you guys this past week or however long ago we did those with you. Those are also going to be posted here soon, shortly.
Thank you to For the Lovers for having us.
Yes. Shout out to For the Lovers. Yes. Everyone there was so nice. And it was just a really good first experience with us. Everyone was super pleasant.
Can't wait to get you on the show.
I don't know who he said, but yes, I agree.
For the Lovers.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Kiki, I was talking about Sonic Blush. Sonic girl, I can't wait to get you on the show.
Oh, yeah, Sonic. Yeah.
Love her down. I don't really care about Kiki.
Oh.
But that rogue Cassie gonna be.
She looks very nice in red hair.
She
listen? She listens to R. Kelly. Child, Kiki.
Who said that?
R. Kelly. I mean,
she did on
our Kiki.
Kiki says certain things that I'm just like, oh girl.
Y'all know if Robbiey like a certain celebrity, they can like that person can be like, I'm gonna slit this baby's wrist on 10. He just gonna be.
I feel like we all had that like one problematic, but not super problematic. Well, some of y'all do. I don't think Keke Palmer's.
No, she's significantly less.
No,
problematic.
she's less problematic.
Yeah, like I take her over a lot of different people.
That's the same way when y'all be.
And she has a lot more redeeming qualities than most.
Every time I be like, oh, she just sang that song so good.
The tweets. I try not to comment on when you said it about being a vocalist. I was just gonna be like, I don't give a fuck what Miss Beans and Toast does. Like,
I would have commented the same gif.
She's so lame.
I don't care.
She is so lame.
I just don't care.
And we're not buying that Dusty single on the 28th.
Masterclass of vocalists when she sang Alfie, when she was at the Kennedy Honors, when she was like, there's a masterclass of storytelling there. There's a masterclass of pronunciation.
Notice how she does nothing but disrespect us, and we ain't
when
shit to
the tweets.
That's what's wrong with black folks.
It don't matter. I'm saying like she constantly disrespects us, but then she always comes and like takes roles from African Americans. I thought we had no culture, no history.
She knows you monkeys will still support her.
I don't see it.
You know. So when she played Harriet Tubman,
I didn't watch that movie.
But you knew she did it.
She played Harriet fucking Tubman. Harriet Tubman Harriet Tubman not from Britain. She not from the UK.
She is African.
And she didn't even do a good job at it.
Or Nigerian or whatever she is.
And honestly, I would not have cared. Normally I wouldn't have cared. But then you come and you drag us and we're like, damn girl, we ain't did shit to you. What the hell?
How long ago was that though?
It was right around the time, I feel like when her and Lena Waithe had started, when she started sleeping with Lena Waithe behind Lena Waithe's wife's back, and broke up that marriage.
2015?
That was like 2016, 17, 18. You know, they both have very annoying faces. So they kind of fit together.
I don't know Lena, but
annoying.
Cynthia is the vocalist.
And annoying.
I thought you were going to say she had a face on her. I was like,
yeah.
Personality, horrible.
Awful.
Is there a British person?
And I'm glad that Kiki like did that nice, nasty borderline shade with the whacking her. Just
that was not shady. If you know Kiki,
it wasn't
that was
shady.
Not shady.
It wasn't shady, but
Kiki alive. It's shady.
I don't think that was intentional shade.
Kiki is very Whitney coded. That's all I'm gonna say. Kiki, Whitney could throw shade in a way that you didn't know you was stabbed. Like.
It's a nice nasty. It's a churchy.
Yeah, especially when you go, like even down to her singing the run off key. Love that. Love the like.
She called it a slave hymn. Like that's crazy.
That's
slave hymn. No, I love Kiki. Oof,
woo-wee. She's so funny.
She's funny. I can't wait till you get casted as Rogue. I'm gonna be so excited.
Still not watching that movie, but you
cast what
next
Rogue?
thing.
Casted as Rogue. An X-Men.
Oh
yeah, she's. I fully believe that. That's what the red hair tease is for. Like you're not gonna convince me otherwise.
To be honest, Kiki with a black short pixie 27 piece.
As who?
Vixen.
No,
I feel like she could.
I feel like that would give Angela Bassett.
Absolutely not. No.
Angela Bassett as Vixen.
No, I feel like that would give her in the 27 piece would look like Angela Bassett.
Why?
Kiki does not have sex appeal to give Vixen low key. Gorgeous girl.
No shade. He's not.
She does not have the sex appeal to give Vixen.
Kiki, do you know Vixen?
Well, I just know the Kiki don't have sex appeal.
You mean it's
whoever it's supposed to be?
like again, like what's her name? Tinka Sumter? Is that her
Tinkerbella?
name?
Yeah.
Not Tinkerbella. Not Tinkerbella.
Who is that?
Tinka Sumter.
Tinkerbella is that Joshua's daughter?
Is that the one that was used to be married to
Girl.
that white man, but she has like the finger wave and no, that's
Tinka Bella is on Baddies.
No, Tinka, yeah, not her.
Oh.
I'm talking Tinka. Who? No,
Tinka Sumter.
there's Tinka Sumter, and then there's the other one. She gorgeous dark skinned girl.
Tinka Sumter could do it.
She used to be married to. I'm just talking.
Vixen.
You don't see her sex appeal? I still say Halle Berry could have been Vixen because I'm so sorry.
girl.
Watch the Flintstones movie.
Vixen is dark.
I get that, but watch the Flintstones when you were like, damn, that could have been Halle.
Halle ain't that far off.
Oh.
No, sure, she's really not.
Yeah.
She gives Selena Kyle.
Yeah.
But not Vixen.
I'm trying to see. Kiki Palmer. I'm so sorry. Kiki Palmer couldn't be Vixen. Kiki. No.
She get
I
Rogue
wouldn't be able
though?
to. I wouldn't be able to take her
Yeah,
seriously. Being
because
sex,
Rogue
'cause I'd
is
be
kind
like,
of-
she gonna crack a joke.
What does Rogue do?
Fart.
Come over here, sugar. That's some shit that Kiki Palmer would say.
No, it really would.
Versus her trying to be sexy and get all on Mr. Green Lantern. It's like it's gonna fall flat for me.
Has she ever played like a serious love interest or like seductress? Seduce.
When she played that
one who
stud.
Oh, see,
Trying to help her out and look at you.
Remember
Wait, that one movie, what's it called with Quentin? Quincy, not Quentin. Quincy. Y'all know Quincy.
Quincy Simmons.
No, who?
Diddy's son Quincy?
Diddy's son. Where the fuck you get Simmons from?
Who was that?
No,
Quincy, Diddy's son.
Well,
The
who's
light
Russell
skin.
Simmons' kids?
Diggy.
Oh, I just heard the Iggy, the E part. And I was like,
Quincy. No, Quincy, yeah.
Diam walks, Diam.
They did some movie together or whatever. It was very popular. It was like him and then another young black actor and her. I think she was dating one of them, or one of them was her brother or something. I think it's called I forget, but
can't be that popular. I don't know what you're talking
it was
about.
on Netflix, and a lot of people talk about it.
With
Do I watch
Kiki
it?
Palmer?
Yes, with Kiki Palmer.
Aquila and the Bee.
And I don't like that movie.
That movie sucked.
It was so boring.
My least favorite piece of media from her is Runaway Love.
What was that?
When she's just crying over
Yeah.
there making a hot ass mess on that bench. Yeah.
No, when she gave the background behind the scenes as to what was happening, they were like, she was
They
like,
played the song and I just started
they were telling the story. And then here come Mary around the corner, run away.
Run away, love.
I will run with you.
Run away.
I still like Kiki's best song is did we end this?
We definitely should have.
We were supposed to. Sorry, y'all.
Signing
This is Spitfire.
This will be a behind the scenes
clip. We love y'all so much. Thank y'all for tuning in. This is sorry, we get off track very often. But yes, shout out to everybody. We all have fun. To everybody out there doing great in the world, we love you. To all the awful people out there, I hope you're dead by Monday.
Community is very essential in these times. Amen.
Amen.
That goes to a 4-letter.
Signing out.
Good night, Simon. Good night.
Leo. Well, Robbiey.
Zai.
Sag. Akii.